What's up, y'all? Another week of taking Highground Fridays. How are y'all doing this week? Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do enjoy the content, especially on the playback. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. I feel like it's been a minute.
Yeah,
We're gonna start
yeah,
going live every other day or something.
yeah. We got to put another one in there
Yeah, it's starting to feel like that.
for sure, man. What a bro. We're approaching a very interesting time, and
June 4th is the live
yeah,
event. I'm excited. They've been doing a lot of freaking advertisement for this event.
like
Have you
they're
noticed that? They don't
yeah, they're
normally do that.
a week and a half of worth of advertisement and you know leaks and things like that they did themselves. Is interesting. My escape world. What's up?
What's going on?
It's
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
bro, this is, you said it when we were messaging. This might be a shift. This is
Well, I
gonna be a
know
major moment.
because they're like deciding the 0 point. It's almost
Hmm.
like something big is about to happen, and I
Yeah,
don't I
yeah.
don't know what it is.
And it's a couple things that could change everything. But we got some treats for y'all tonight of some opinions and perspectives that we have. A couple things definitely changed. So
Man, so I'm looking at this. This is crazy.
yeah. This is crazy
So,
because yeah. Go ahead.
what makes me like I've noticed this like last few seasons and through the story and stuff. It's like everything's like getting closer and closer to space themed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and everyone's worried about the Black Knight this and that kind of stuff. It's like we really need to pay attention to the people with technology.
Yeah,
Like, I'm collecting Focus,
yeah,
right? And
yeah,
she has that mask.
yeah,
8 Ball has a mask, and
yeah.
he's on a Fortnite cover now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the people with these like suits and like technology
Mm-hmm.
are really starting to become mainstream in the story and in the game,
Yeah.
and like that's something to pay attention to. I'm trying to think of who else is like. It's just like there's so many that we just kind of overlook, but the whole space theme and the whole like suit
So.
and like less about the knights. I mean, Black Knight, Royal Knight, all them they're great for like
Mm-hmm.
nostalgic Fortnite OG.
Mm-hmm.
But like as the IP grows into like an actual story and movie, and we get into all that kind of stuff, I'm really leaning towards this like space theme.
Yeah, the space theme and the ones that quote aren't human.
Yeah, that
That
too. Or like
that
the
yeah.
yeah, like the Voyager that we're talking
Yep.
about, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. Those
Zero.
zero.
It's all connected in some way.
Daniel, what's up? What's up? Doing pretty
Yo,
good,
welcome,
man.
welcome. So before we get too crazy on that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
did you have you picked anything up lately?
Oh yeah. I mean I have a great pickup coming next week. First card in probably probably a month, maybe a little bit more. But some fringe and some small type things, and then obviously comics. So I got the Marauders number 13 and the 9.6. I got this from for undergraded price, so I had to snag it. Obviously, I want and going for 9.8s, but 9.6 at $25.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
that's a good steal.
yeah,
That's one
and
of my favorite covers. I love
yeah,
that one.
that one is amazing. Then I finally got a Game Informer that is retail, that was actually on the stands instead of for a at home one, which is hard to do. This was just like a French thing.
Oh, you want
Uh,
to explain what that is? So
yeah,
people don't know. Because that
yes,
came out. When did that come out?
2014,
2014.
2014,
And Fortnite was released in 2017.
2017. So this is issue 253. May 2014 is when it's released, and it has a write up on when this is when Fortnite was literally save the world, and it just has this pretty much the direction that they were going in, and they outdid themselves. They underrated themselves completely, and it was a dope read just because they were very conservative on what they could accomplish.
Hmm.
But this just shows that they hit it out the park. I don't my skateboard. I don't know if I'm gonna grade it. Uh, it's not in terrible condition, but it's not in great condition either. Um, Maybe I will just to have it slabbed. Maybe I should stop manhandling it. But yeah, I might grade it. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't want you to like. You don't want it to be a reader's copy.
Yeah,
Go get one of those other ones that have the thing on the
yeah,
back
that's true.
to be
That's
a
true.
reader's copy.
I got you, my escape world. I'll stop. Uh,
Instead, stop manhandling it.
yeah, and then got the first run of the special variants. This is the Spider-Man 2099 Exodus. Drift looks amazing on this cover. This looks way better in person. And
Yeah, it
then
does. I need to get some. I don't have any of these yet.
yeah, and then I got the Captain America symbol of truth with my guy Omega on here.
Another space theme.
Yep,
Another.
yep. So this is these two. The rest of them I got the bulk order with all of them. So the rest of them comes once the last one release. But these were the two that I ordered three a piece of, and everything else I just got one of.
Yeah, I think I'm watching one of those bulk orders. I might have to pull the
Yeah,
trigger.
yeah, I had to get that one.
You outdid me. You did got way more stuff than I did. I just picked up one item. So
Great item.
I got a Rust Lord USA
Yeah,
Series 1 cracked ice.
yeah,
For under $200. It's a PSA 9. And I never like was a huge fan of the skin. I wore it
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
The reason I got it was because if you look closely on, he has like this, it's kind of blurry there, but he has a badge right here, and it's the Unreal Engine logo.
yeah.
And if you don't know, Unreal Engine is what powers the game, and
Mm-hmm.
this is really like the Unreal Tournament kind of thing. If so, Epic Games made Unreal Tournament years
Mm-hmm.
and years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
I actually played that when I was a kid,
Yeah,
um, which was a great game ahead of its
yeah.
time. So that's the reason why I got that card.
No, that's a great one. I finally, like I said before, I showed that picked up a card today. That'll be on the next live, but this was my first card in probably a month, maybe a little bit longer. I've been buying a lot of comics, but I finally found the perfect balance between buying comics and building that collection and buying the cards. I'm just a little bit more strict on the card side, where the fun of the collecting and because of the price comes with the
Hmm.
comics. So it's a great balance.
So I'm still trying to figure out my balance for the comics because I know there's some that I want to have like a lot of,
Hmm.
and now I'm realizing for Zero War and a little confused on which way to go.
Yeah,
There's like it's a little bit harder now with Zero War.
like one or two copies, or maybe one
I'm only
copy.
yeah, that's
Like
probably
yeah,
one. I think I might only get like I don't think I'm gonna buy all of the variants. I don't think
hmm
so.
yeah,
I think I
yeah,
just want to buy the one I like.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I feel you especially on issue one. Even though
Hmm.
technically I already bought all of all of them, but I feel you on issue one. Issue two, I have to. Issue two, they hit it out the park.
They did hit out the park.
Yeah, which will show.
I might get when I say I get the ones I want. I think I
Yeah.
do want all of those.
After that, it gets interesting. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Those you make a
Yeah.
good point. All of those were knocked out of the park. I mean, I did get I got what's her name, Suki.
Yeah. Suki. The
That's
Midas, and then oh, Suki is number two though. Suki's number two. Yeah.
is she number
Issue
two?
two. Yeah, she's issue two, I think.
I think they got a lot for issue two then.
Yeah. That. But if y'all haven't seen it yet, we're about to show y'all the issue two variant covers, and my goodness.
Yeah, I'm about
Uh,
to pull them up here.
So one of my favorite artists was in there, but I will say his was not the only one that was amazing. Like they really did great.
Let me see if I can find something good. I hate it when you pull up websites and there's just like
Yeah,
thousands and thousands of ads.
yeah. So what have y'all been picking up lately? Anything new? Oh, Black Ash, what's up, bro? Oh yeah, Black Ash, you seen that Drift cover, right?
So here's one with Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and this one is.
Oh man.
So here's
Yo,
eight. Yeah, he knocked it out of the park.
yeah.
Eight ball coming down with the guns. That's
Eh,
pretty tight.
No
I mean,
sir.
I love any cover that has the battle bus.
Yeah.
It just works so well.
First of all, this. Let's just put this out here. We'll talk about this more when we get to the story side of stuff. But this is Eight Ball's first cover appearance. I know how I feel about Eight Ball, so I'm happy about that for sure. Yo, this cover, Foundation is killing the covers, bro. Nobody's messing with his cover run right now.
Yo, Foundation is perfect.
Yeah,
The only thing that's still. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, this one's pretty crazy.
with Doctor Doom.
I mean, you know how I feel about Foundation and his first appearance cover. So
Yeah.
like he's here to stay. And the funny thing, we keep talking about Doctor Doom. We keep seeing him so much,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
the fact that Donald Mustard bought the sketches of
Oh, good point.
he bought the sketches of the Nexus War comic, which had Doctor Doom on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So we always thought that was out of place, but obviously not. Now this one's
This
really cartoony. I like this
this
one.
one is so creative. I like this one a lot. I
The
think this.
Zapatron,
Yeah, I
and we
think this
keep
is a
seeing
fun
the
cover.
Zapatron.
What if we finally get it?
I mean, I think they're going to be using it in the comic.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen with it.
Yeah.
So that was pretty. I don't know. Are we missing any other ones?
No, that was it.
Was it?
Besides, because that was the other ones was just
Yeah, we've seen these
the
ones.
original covers. Yeah. Which yeah.
So which one's you guys' favorite? Mine is the 1 of 50,
Yeah.
the Nakayama one. Yeah, I'm a big fan of his. I hope he does more Fortnite ones.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. The Daniel, no, I'm not working Monday. I'm off. I picked up so many S3 singles. Yeah, yeah.
I meant he bought all the inside of it, I was told. But I was linking that Doctor Doom is on the cover. I
Yeah.
don't blame the artist for not wanting to sell that.
Yeah.
That's a good question. It's like how often do artists not sell?
Right.
Because it
Right.
seems like most of them sell pretty
Mm-hmm.
often.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm surprised Christos Gage sold me that comic
Yeah. Yeah.
for
That's
the Foundation.
bro. I mean, that comic that y'all have is major because Crystal Gage. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I watched an hour and might have been an hour and a half interview with Crystal Gage. He does not have a lot of interviews. He probably has like 3, and I watched his hour and a half one. And his background is extensive. Like
Oh, is it?
he works. He does. Him and his wife are both writers. They work together, like they're partners in their work. And he works on CSI. He worked on Daredevil. He's like, I mean, when it comes to film, he has done multiple Marvel games.
For
Like
writing, right?
for writing for multiple Marvel games. All of this is writing, but
What's up, old boots?
his background is so unique, and then finding out how much games that he has written on, I'm like, he's perfect. He's perfect for the long haul. So hopefully they
I
keep.
I'll be sick with him. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
hopefully.
like
Yeah,
him continue doing it, and he's been working with Donald Mustard really well.
yeah,
Daniel says he picked up mini season 3 singles. That's what's up.
yeah. I mean,
I've switched to buying singles.
oh yeah,
I haven't been buying megas, even though they're cheap. I've been buying singles, and
Well,
we're gonna get to the pop reports on those. But
yeah.
I think singles right now in this market is a great buy. It's like why
So
buy a mega when you can get the single
get it. Yeah.
so like a mega goes for like 35 to 40.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these singles cracked ice are going for 20 or so bucks.
Yeah.
Basically, you get to pick.
Yeah. And we'll give that nod to Omar when he gets in here as well.
Mhm.
But we'll definitely give that nod to him. But I did so well with picking up early in that first month with Series 3 that I'm good. Like, and I can't believe I'm saying that because this was my first chance to actually have that opportunity to, pick apart the beginning market. So I'm able to do this comic and Series 1 thing because of what we did in that first month. So
Now,
I'm glad about that.
I just need a Midas. I don't have a Midas
Yeah,
yet.
yeah,
We had to talk about the pop reports, though.
yeah. We definitely do.
I mean, you want to jump into the pop reports?
I think so. I think it's a pop reports, and then we're definitely talking about those auctions after. But let's hop into the pop reports.
Okay. So first thing, we always try to figure out like how many was printed. They obviously they printed way more. I mean, there's no other explanation. They printed more megas this time.
Yeah.
We're already at 34. Let me pull up Midas. 34 Midases. Cracked dice. No, 36.
Yeah.
My bad. 36.
Did that just change?
I don't know. I thought it said 34.
It did say 34, right?
So 36 Midases cracked dice. And if you go to the Black Knight, which has been out for, 3 years now?
Yeah.
31.
32.
So in a
Yeah, yeah, 32.
oh yeah, 32 because
Mm-hmm.
of yeah.
The 8.5 or whatever point five it is.
So 36 to 31, and it's only been a couple of months. That's pretty
Yeah.
crazy. That's pretty insane. So I mean, I'm not saying like you don't have to worry because these still are super rare compared to any other
Mm-hmm.
hobby for cards and stuff.
Yeah.
It's still a hard pull, but this just really talks to Series One was super short print,
Yeah.
or at least what was able to be saved from kids and whoever did it,
Right.
because
Yeah.
no one started really collecting it till like a year or so after.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe just all the megas got into kids' hands. Because I literally watched YouTube videos of actual card collectors
Yeah.
open these packs for fun
Mm-hmm.
and like rip them and throw them to the side and stuff.
Yeah.
So that could play a part into all of this. But still, these Series 1 shards that are going for under $200 at PSA 9 levels
Mm-hmm.
is pretty insane.
It's insane. It's insane.
I mean, I'm buying what I can.
I
Even like
mean,
this isn't even a main PC card. I had
mm-hmm.
to pick it up. You know.
Series one and even a little bit of Series two. This is a complete buyer's market.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it that way. Old Boost, what's up? David, what's up? Uh, yeah, David, definitely now time to get S1 stuff. I feel you, Daniel. What do you mean by you don't know what to do with your Midas? Like sell or hold? What do you mean by that?
Oh,
Zero.
hold your Midas.
Yeah.
I mean, do what you want.
But yeah,
If you don't like the card, sell it then.
yeah.
But like
But
if you
in
enjoy the card,
totality,
yeah, if you
yeah,
enjoy the card,
yeah,
that is a card worth like saving.
for sure, for sure. My escape world says zero lasers. Uh, hopefully mine does well. I sent two in total, but only one of them is mine.
Either
So
grade or hold.
yeah,
I mean, either's fine. I think.
up to you, but I would say hold.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's the only reason you would like have to grade it right now is A, you're afraid it might get damaged,
Mm-hmm.
which is fair enough. I like to have my stuff graded.
Oh, he said greater hold. Got you.
Yeah. The other thing would be is if you're looking to sell in the short term, then yeah, send it in because prices have come down.
Yeah, I graded mine's at the $50 value. By the way, mine's is already getting graded pretty fast.
Forget you. I'm still waiting on them to reply to my email.
Yeah.
These people, I swear.
Um, Kari, what's up, bro?
Yeah, mine's still
I
on
like
hold.
how I'm marking on this. Exactly, David. That's a great point.
Yeah, I mean, I can't fault you there. I don't know how many times I've thought about selling one of my auras just because like I
Mhm.
want to buy so many season 1 USA shards for cheap.
Yeah. This I've bro, the level of conviction I had on this card that I just got was I haven't had this level of conviction in probably a year. Like when it's one of those things where it's like, all right, I'm on wait, and I'm like, if I see that this
Did you
card
tell
is
me which
gone,
card you bought?
yeah, I told you. Uh,
I already forgot.
visitor PSA
Oh,
9.
that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, visitor PSA 9 shard USA print had to
Mm-hmm.
that has been one of my favorite cards for series one for a very long time, and what's about to happen in the game, you can't beat that either.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Alexandria, that's crazy. You got Black Knight Italy. You got an aura. Yeah, that's you're set. There you go. I still don't have a Black Knight shard,
Yeah,
Italy or USA.
yeah,
I mean, like I'm in it for the long run. I like my cards, so
yeah.
if they go cheaper, I'm happy.
uh,
I'm not mad about it. And like Reloaded still being slept on.
yeah.
I did. I mean, I can't wait to get my. I did send in a hollow loading screen
Mm-hmm.
to
That's gonna be
PSA,
that's
and
gonna
I
be fun.
cannot wait to see how that turns out.
Yeah,
Um, so I saw someone say in the Facebook group they're talking about the loading screens. I love them. They're like one of my favorite things from
one hundred
Reloaded.
percent, one
Um,
hundred percent.
but we were talking about like what do people think of like lasers and stuff. Like right now, I think it's all about shards, but you never know what's going to happen in 10 years. People's taste change as like a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole hobby could change their taste and like go towards something.
Mm-hmm.
So I would look at like lasers, kind of like look at like Reloaded.
Yeah.
Like you could buy a whole bunch of the lasers and hoping that at some point the market turns,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
So with the laser aspect, I've watched you know how many podcasts I watch, especially when it
Hmm.
comes to sports market, Marvel market, whatever the case is. This question that's came up on the three recent podcasts: where does aesthetic fall for you? Like when you're
Yeah.
looking, like obviously we have PC cards, but let's say it wasn't technically a PC card. Like for instance, Rust Lord, right?
Hmm.
Uh, where does aesthetic fall for you when you're deciding on a card? Like if you're going in between two cards, like is aesthetic after like for Fortnite it would be obviously sweat skin storyline, maybe rarity of pull. Where does aesthetic fall for you? And where does aesthetic fall for y'all?
Yeah, that's such a good question because all right, so the easiest one for me is Ultimate Knight. I thought was a vicious looking card.
Right.
I really liked Ultimate Knight. I thought that was a
Mm-hmm.
really nice looking card, but I
Yeah.
sold it pretty easily because
Okay.
it didn't mean anything to me,
Right.
right?
Right.
So like if it's between a really good looking card and like one of my favorite skins,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with one of my favorite skins.
Yeah. So aesthetic will never out. Like so, for instance, let's say for
I don't think
instance,
aesthetics will ever outdo nostalgia.
would never outdo nostalgia. That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good way to
at
put
least
it.
for me. But
So
there are people who have joined this hobby, a large percentage of the Facebook group
yeah.
who never played the game.
How often have you led with aesthetic? Like with a buy? Like if you can remember over the past 3 years, how often have you led with aesthetic where it came to like let's say an impulse buy?
Well, let me see.
Zero?
Well, I went off at zero. I mean, zero is kind of tight, but I
So
wasn't buying
yeah.
zero. I bought him because of the story.
Story. Okay.
Because once it
Yeah.
like clicked for me, I was like, wait a minute, this got to be more to zero. I mean, that's just a guess, but
Right. Omar, good point. Even if aesthetic is a cheap
well, we were talking
card.
about either or. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
aesthetics is a cheap card and I really liked how the card looks, then yeah, I'll buy it if it's a
Mm-hmm.
shard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, is there one like that in Series 3? I mean, I love Kuno and I love Focus. Kuno's been super cheap, and I've been buying up Kunos. But then again, that's a great card. I don't
Series
know why
three.
it's so cheap.
I know one in series three that got me.
Okay.
Raz caught me off guard. I'm not
Oh,
gonna lie.
that's a good
Yeah.
one. That's a good
Raz
one.
Raz I was like, hold up. This card is like legit
I would
dope.
have never
Like
gone after Raz, but if
yep.
I had got a Raz, I wouldn't have sold it. I don't think I have one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have sold it. I think that's a tight looking card.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Um
Now, if it went to a certain price, though, like
yeah.
if Ultimate Knight never like got to the height that it got, I'd probably have kept it.
Yeah.
You know?
See, David and Black Ash has great points. David point is something that I was getting at. There is not a card in S1 shard that I would not mind. I would take any card in S1 shard. Like now that doesn't mean I'm gonna keep it. That doesn't mean I'm gonna PC it, but I would love to
I
look
don't
at
know.
it. I would love to look at it
There,
for myself.
there's a
You know.
couple that I had to be like, no, this has got to go. Like the freaking
Okay, yeah.
spatula. The
You're right.
spatula,
Yeah.
I'd have to burn it. I'm
I'm,
sorry.
I'm not touching it. Like even fly. I hate to say it. Even fly trap is a good
Flytrap,
looking
yeah.
card. It's a good looking
No, I
card.
would not
Like
want Flytrap.
I'm
You're
not.
wrong on that one.
No, I'm not collecting it, but it is a good looking card. Like
Black Ash says bad aesthetics drives him away from good sweat OG skins. Like
agreed.
Lynx, good skin, but not good. I don't mind the Lynx card.
Yeah, it could have had. I wish they. I like the Lynx card.
I
I
think Lynx would have looked better in Series 3.
agree with her pose, the way her pose
Yeah,
is. Yeah,
yeah, she would have
yeah,
looked tight in Series 3, I think.
yeah.
You bought
I
a
personally.
Kenji. Kenji's not in the set, is he?
Uh,
Which one's Kenji? I didn't think Kenji was in Fortnite Series 3. Am I wrong?
no, Kenji's in two, right? I think Kenji's in two.
I don't think that we've had a Kenji at all. Maybe
I
I'm
thought
wrong.
I thought Kenji was in two. Don't quote me on that. It's been a minute since
I'm pretty sure there is no Kenji.
Daniel for sure. Yeah, Kenji's in S2.
I missed that. Let me see. Oh, you're right. He is. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Daniel, it really is. S3 has a great
Kenji would have looked better like in Series 3 with his pose.
yeah with his pose. See, that's something that's gonna come into play. Like for instance, like I'll bring up a card like that's not in the set yet, right? Like for instance, if Dr. Sloan comes into the set, I would have wanted her in portrait more than
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
know
There's one that just like the Black Knight is perfect in the
perfect.
portrait. because
Yes.
you see all of his arms, you see
Mm-hmm.
everything, you see his whole figure.
Like
But the ones who do the
yeah.
poses like this,
Mm-hmm.
Series 3 works better. And I think there's more that do poses than would fit the portrait.
Matter of fact, one of the best examples of that, obviously, is a favorite of ours. But one of the best examples of that is Aura. Aura
Hmm.
S2 with it cutting right under her elbow, it does more for the card besides it being technically yellow
That's
slash
true.
gold.
That's true. And I don't
But
have any
in
more auras up here to
but in
look at.
S3, it doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same. So that was definitely interesting.
Yeah, like Skull Troop. I mean, Skull Ranger too. Oh yeah, I mean, Aura. You're right. Aura's is like perfect
Yeah, Aura is perfect for
because
S2.
like you see her whole figure there. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
perfect. Like Rocks though,
yeah,
like she gets cut off.
yeah, yeah. It's certain, and I think that's gonna play into it a whole lot
Hmm.
because like,
That's a good point.
and then it's just certain cards that hit either way, which like i.e. Midas, like Midas in portrait would have looked amazing. Midas in S3 looks amazing. It's just one of those cards, but
So
yeah,
are we thinking that Series 4 is coming out in November still? How
possible.
soon? How
Yeah,
soon would stores have to stop having them in store? Like, do you think?
pretty soon.
So you think by the end of June, if there's no more in store,
It might make the window for.
maybe we'll make the window for
Yeah,
November?
yeah. Because why would you want to miss, in business wise, why would you want to miss another holiday? What's your opinion on that? Because it's like, why would you want to miss another holiday season? You know what I
After you
mean?
just sold out so
Yeah,
fast.
yeah,
Uh, and I mean, are they gonna do as many? I mean, they sold out of hobbies and stuff,
yeah, yeah.
you know, but then again, no one even wants the hobbies. I mean,
It
they have
just,
to do something. I feel like they have to do something different
yeah.
next series.
It's gonna be a lot of hobbies left. Now, that's to say that hobbies are way better this series, way
Oh,
better.
I'll tell you, my
But
wife
yeah,
loves to rip hobbies.
yeah,
Like she says, these are way more fun. You get
yeah,
hollows, you get oxychrome.
mm-hmm,
She likes to rip.
yeah,
I mean, I do too. So we do that together.
yeah.
And whenever I get a mega, she's like, "This is boring. We're just waiting for those two cards up
The two
front."
cards, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's
I get that.
that's where the value box go crazy. That value
Hmm.
box, the fat packs, and everything like that. So, yo, Kari, appreciate that. Omar too. Yeah, we're treading along. We almost have a giveaway coming up at 200 too. So have a couple giveaways planned.
Yeah, I'm going to let me find that.
That
Wait, did I just have that out?
this is somebody's hobby box right here. We can't go without mentioning that for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that as a giveaway.
From the amazing Fortnite group. Uh, Kari said he doubts it because sports are pushed back and delayed so far, and I can see that
Well, no, I
aspect
mean,
of
I
it
think
as
it's gonna
well.
be 2023 because these are what are these? Let me find it.
These are 21.
Yeah, so these say 2021. I mean, they have to already be working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because granted, sports you can find in stores. They may
Mm-hmm.
be delayed, but they're probably not selling as fast as Fortnite.
Yeah.
Um, let's see.
Prism football was supposed to come out like 6 months ago. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. Um.
Well, we can
Yeah,
have wishful
Omar.
thinking.
Yeah. I can, but yeah, like I can see them. I definitely can see them prepping for the loss of their sports, basketball and football.
Okay, I have a
And
question. I have a question for you. Is soccer behind?
I don't think so. Don't quote me. I don't collect it on a
I
consistent
don't know how
basis, but
Panini
yeah,
works, but I know that the guy
I
that
don't
is,
know. Yeah.
I mean, are other entertainment cards behind because the guy that's doing the Fortnite, his department does soccer and the entertainment cards.
Hmm.
And I wonder if it's different.
Good point. I'm not sure on that one. That would be good to know. Uh,
Are there any soccer fans? Anybody know if soccer is behind? I can't find that freaking Peely I was gonna give away. So we will be giving away a Koro Peely, not this one because this is mine. But we're giving away a 9.5.
yeah.
I just don't know where it is at this moment. I'd have to pull it up, but that's when we hit. What is it? 200?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're almost there. So share, guys, so that
Yeah.
and we're gonna try to give that away. What is it? We got like 150 something
Yeah.
within the month.
150. Yeah.
Can we hit
One.
100 in like a month so that we can do that? I want to give
That'll be
that
dope.
away.
Yeah. That's gonna be great to hit 200. This was my. By the way, we started in the driest time of the market. Like this was what we started in December, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it was nothing,
we were like we
nothing
had nothing
going
to
on.
talk about, but
Like,
let's start
yeah,
a Fortnite podcast when like no one's been looking
nothing.
at Fortnite cards for a few months.
Yeah, that was fun because we were literally talking to ourselves. I take that back. We had like a rotation of five, like which is like Omar and David. We
Well, yeah,
we
we had a
had
couple people to talk to and
yeah
watch.
for
Yeah,
sure for
yeah. So
sure.
look, so soccer is just a couple weeks behind. Prism Soccer just came out. So I don't know how it works, but I mean, I'm gonna keep hope that we can see something by November or December.
Yeah. So on top of that, what did y'all think about the recent Probstein auction? The you wanna bring that one in with the main card we want to talk about in that one?
Oh, Proboscene.
Yeah. That Ice King.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So if you guys follow me or see anything I comment on, I have been telling people like Ice King is not a skin people wear. Well, first of all, Ice Queen. No one even knows that's a skin. But Ice King is like no one wears it. Yes, it was in the story, but so was the Mecha Team Leader and all that kind of stuff. The Mecha Team Leader just came back into the story.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming. I didn't see that coming. So as much as I shit on the Ice King, whoever bought him for $1,600 a PSA 10.
Yeah.
Is that right? 1,600? Is that what he hit?
No, 14. It was 14, I think.
1,400 for a PSA 10 cracked ice. It might be a good buy because if you guys have been paying attention to
14.55.
if you guys have been paying attention to the story, there's a new season coming. Mecha Team Leader is coming. I mean, he's coming back, right? And right now he's on the moon. So if you look at the moon outside of Fortnite, there's a big hole in it. There's a big hole in the moon. And back in season 7, when the Ice King came, a whole giant piece of frozen land appeared on the map. No one knew where it came from. Well, apparently that hole fits perfectly with the missing hole on this icy moon. So theoretically, this came from that moon. That's where the Ice King came from. So we may see the Ice King again.
Yeah.
He may be brought back into the story. So the Ice King gets a lot more clout than I originally gave him credit for.
Yeah, and along with that is wow, his name just slipped my mind as I was about to say it. His counterpart, the Fire.
Oh, the prisoner.
The prisoner is from that same aspect. Like that's how he got there. They get there the same exact way. So this is along with the Devourer. So Devourer is a part of the Frozen set of S3. So
that's a good point. The whole Frozen set, and the moon being icy. We might want to look and figure out why are these skins frozen.
Yeah.
I mean, both I say manipulated, hyped. I mean, the Ice King was hyped when Series 2 hit because everyone needed a chase card. I don't know if it's manipulated. It's just it was like he was a king. He fit the whole knight mantra from the Black Knight and that kind of stuff. So I get why it made sense. Him and the Ultimate Knight always fought for that place.
Yeah.
Me as a gamer, I didn't think this meant nothing. But we didn't even have comics back then.
No, this was
all of this wasn't happening. So like the game is changing, the cards are changing, and the potential is crazy. It's like you have to, unless you have like a master set, you're probably gonna miss something.
So that's a good point. And on top of that point, what's gonna happen now? And I said this last week. What's gonna happen now is that the way we view sweat skins, right? The way we view sweat skins, the storyline is about to do the same exact thing for a different reason. Like you said, we didn't have the comic books to this extent before. Yep. Now people, with the way the events are going to be with the comics, people are going to become fans of these storyline characters the same way they're fans of their gaming skin. So they're going to work together along with, I'll say this, I'll be very truthful right now. A lot of my opinions have changed on a lot of things. A whole lot of things. And the reason why I haven't said anything yet is because I have to process what I'm even saying when I say that. Like I'll just put this out here. Like So along with Ice King and the Prisoner, there is there is a climate aspect of the faction, right? There is a climate aspect of it that uh let's just say anything with king or queen in it, uh it could have a play when it comes to the climate faction. I can't believe I'm saying that. But
So are you
take that for what you will.
so are you trying to start this debate about the Autumn Queen again?
No, Ice Queen.
Ice Queen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Ice Queen being related to the Ice King, story
But
related. But you got Autumn Queen, which I hate, by the
that's
way,
I
because no one even knows that card exists. But no one knows Ice Queen exists either.
yeah, and I won't say and I won't like you said, I won't take Autumn Queen out of it, but I told Dylan before this, I've been doing a lot of uh tracking back now that the season is about to end to make sure I'm fresh on my storyline content. And man, with these comics, let's just say anything can happen. And
Anything is possible for any skin. Like we saw like afterwards we saw that Zadie
yes,
had the mark of the IO, and we figured, okay, she's with the IO.
yeah,
You know, that's
yeah.
crazy. Focus. Who did we say is Focus with the IO?
Focus is with the IO, but not
So,
only
I mean,
yeah,
so much can change. So any skin can come important at any time if they decide to write it in.
and I'll be honest, it's a possibility Singularity could turn. She
Mm-hmm.
can turn. She could turn or I what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to find out that obviously we know this, but I think Singularity at some point was captured. She could have had her. She could have.
I mean, who knows?
Singularity could have worked for the IO extensively, not just from what we thought.
Mm-hmm.
She could have worked for the IO extensively, and at this point, she could either still be, or she could be like the Imagine said, where they're being harsh on her, where she had to do what she had to do because she was in prison. So yeah, take that for what you know will.
So to get back to what I was saying about the Ice King, this is the moon up here with the piece missing.
Yeah,
So that could be where the Ice King came from. Just a thought.
but I watched a video as well. Scroll all the way down to the bottom right where you see that orange dot.
Uh-huh.
That's possibly something too.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense. Why would they put it like
Yeah,
a glaring orange dot there?
yeah. So
So are you saying that might be where the prisoner is from?
it could be a couple things.
So
Yeah,
did we mention this already about the prisoner maybe is somehow linked to the seven?
yeah, yeah. We took no, we
We talk,
didn't. No, we talked about it personally. I don't think we talked about it on.
remind me if we didn't, guys. But the prisoner, who again is another card that I just stole giveaway because it's not part of the game. He's like
Oh,
no
we
one plays
did.
with him.
Omar said we did.
Yeah, Omar said we did. So there's a, I'll say it again. There's a little sticky note saying the IO think that he may be involved with the seven.
Uh-huh.
So like all these cards are just coming out of the woodworks, and all these skins could potentially just be super important, and we never thought that.
Yeah.
But then again, we have like 1,000 skins, so anything's possible.
So also on this, we're gonna go extensively in this on a probably next week, let's say. But the factions of Fortnite. So right now, let's just say we always talk about Ghost, we always talk about Shadow. You know, we always talk about the Seven, the IO. But you have the Fox Clan that has Drift, that has Vi in it, and then you have a couple more that could possibly end up having their opportunity. The way I think about this is kind of like the Fantastic Four, where it's going to be like team building and people can kind of be switched in and switched out throughout time depending on what happens. But yeah,
So
there you go.
if you've never been to Fortnite fandom, sometimes they have all this stuff laid out already. Here's Imagined Order.
Yeah,
The Last Reality is an alien faction that invades realities and destroys them.
yeah,
War Effort, The Seven, Ghost, Shadow, Shield, Stark Industries. You know, these are all from Marvel.
yeah.
The Ice Kingdom had his own thing. The Fire Kingdom. The Expedition. Like, if you've seen this logo here, this is on the AIM card.
Yeah,
You know, the robot AIM from Series 1.
Yeah.
Here's the Fox Clan, and then home base.
Um, I was that is answer that's a great question. That's a really great question. He said, "Do you think young players will be disinformed following the comics yet, or will they have the fave fan skins in the game then discover the comics after the fact down the road?"
I think that a majority of the kids are finding all this information out from YouTubers.
Mhm.
So the YouTubers are definitely going to be up to date on the story,
Good
and they're
point.
going to relate it to those kids. So
Mhm.
they're going to get this information, who's part of what, and they're going to watch the story through the end event and things like that. And once movies come out, that might be when. So they may not read the comics.
Yeah.
Most of the kids are getting the comics to get the codes,
Mhm.
but they're getting the information from the streamers.
So that's a great point. And on top of that, I'll say is like you pretty much like you just said, it's both. What I mean by that is I think they'll figure this information they'll figure this information out from the end events, from those type of things, from the YouTubers. And then down the road they could possibly get into the comics. But I will say this more than anything: the comics are for 13 plus. That's who is it's literally on the
Mm-hmm.
comic for the digital copy. It's for 13 and up. I think Fortnite understands their demographic, and they're kind of shelling that out for exactly what you said, for them to possibly dig deep later on and just buy the comics now to cut off the code and and to get
Yeah.
their skin. And that's perfectly fine. I think
Well,
that's great.
this is what I said to Rob. It's like if you look at the comic book industry, it's like anyone who's collecting comics, they're all keeping everything preserved. That's like
Mm-hmm.
what people do now,
Yeah.
except for Fortnite, where
Except
kids are literally going to the stores, ripping them up, and getting the codes. We haven't seen this since like the 70s,
mm-hmm.
or whenever comics used to be super huge.
Yeah.
People used to read them. Well, that's what kids are doing now. The kids like
Mm-hmm.
what the comics are producing. They're not trying to save it for money in the future.
Right. And I think that's the diversity of how people operate through Fortnite. Like, so for instance, this is the way I like to think of it. Let's just take a week, right? A week. What is a Fortnite fan doing in a week? Now we have this segment of us, the collectors, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you also have a chunk of people that's preparing to compete for thousands of dollars in the FNCS. Then you have people that's just playing the game naturally because now you have zero builds, so now they have a space for casual players. And
Mm-hmm.
you have the comics that's telling the storyline, but they all come together. Like, they all come together every single time, and that mind boggles me. Like, it's like, so you have this week, the finals is about to happen. I'm tuning into the NBA playoffs, and I'm tuning into the FNCS, and feel the exact same way. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
feel the exact, like, I'm the same way. I'm like, yo, is Boston gonna win this game tonight? Is it gonna be the Heat? I'm sitting there like, yo, is Clicks and Day actually gonna win their first FNCS, or are they gonna actually come in first, or are they gonna come in third, or fourth again? And I think that is the great aspect of that. And then if you just top it off with the comics, those first prints are the ones getting cut. So those variant covers is the ones that we're naturally collecting, and obviously the first prints as well. But those first prints is gonna be cut in half just based off of what you said. So it's
Yep.
just everything is just everything. It's a lot of branches, a lot of
And it's
branches.
it's so scalable. Like sometimes the cards aren't as scalable, but like the
Yeah,
comics, it's like they lead to the movies, which lead to people appreciating the story, to them wanting to own the original thought, which is the
yeah.
comic. And I guarantee you that in like 5-10 years, when kids are not playing the game,
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite or Epic Games is going to capitalize on their IP by like giving them content through shows and movies, which they'll still appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
And
a machine that just keeps on giving.
I think remember when we kind of changed our minds at the same time when it came to like their own comics immediately. I think based off of how he's saying his 7-year-old son, his information is astounding based off of YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is literally, like you said, going to be every kid. And then now you have this aspect where it's like, okay, this is actually changing, where it's like this could be this could take a whole nother 10 years for people to understand that, wait, Fortnite was so smart to not try to beat Marvel or to beat DC and create their own lane and
Mm-hmm.
bring them in because, like he said, his son just wants Deadpool. Deadpool's in Fortnite.
Yep.
They're they're gonna continue to play the game because now they want to. It, dang, bro, you just got me. Remember how you said the action figure, right?
Mm-hmm.
We was talking about the action figure. That is their form of like that. Like it's like
Yep.
you get to play with your superhero or your villain A, B, and
Mm-hmm.
C, which is a lot different than when we just played with action figures when we was younger.
Yeah, I mean, people are talking about the action figures, and I think kids are buying the action figures. I think that could be something,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there's so much more potential into the comics and into the cards, just because like when you grow up, you appreciate those kinds of like
Mm-hmm.
media,
Yeah.
and it really brings you back in
Yeah.
looking at the comics and reading through them, see how they relate.
Listen, and I'll say this: the we've talked about this for the past 2 years at least. The nostalgia strings that Fortnite pulls is second to none in my opinion. Is second to none.
Oh
Like
yeah, I mean,
is
I don't think anyone has their hands. No, there's not a single company right
mm-hmm.
now that is positioned better than
Mm-hmm.
Epic Games in the media industry, in
Yeah.
my opinion,
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
because everything's trying to. All these companies are trying to get a hold of gaming now because
Mm-hmm.
gaming is exploding,
Mm-hmm.
and Epic Games has that control.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all these other companies are also trying to produce content. Like Netflix is always trying to produce content and buy shows and buy movies. And freaking Fortnite, literally just out of thin air, has so many story possibilities that
Mm-hmm.
they can just go after.
Yep.
And they already have the market, and they already have memberships.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Is
when I tell people like, oh, I like Fortnite or
yeah.
I'm this into Fortnite, they're like
They
scratching their heads.
yeah.
But I'm telling you, like, it's never been more clear to me.
I wish I could take pictures of the multiple faces that I've gotten when I've said that. Like
Mm-hmm.
and like my when I like this is like 2.5 years ago now, right? When I told my nephews that I played Fortnite, their face was like, "Wait, you? But you're in
My
your 20s. Like, it's like, what are you talking about?" And then
Well, I'm
they,
30 now. My,
yeah,
my daughter tells her
yeah,
friends that I really like Fortnite. When I
yeah,
just heard her
and
say earlier, I said I'm about to go on my podcast, and she
yep.
was on the phone with her friend. She goes, "Oh yeah, he does a podcast about Fortnite." I mean, we're gonna break the mold. I mean, right now it's like there might be a stigma to it,
For
right? But
sure.
eventually there won't be. Just like there's no more stigma for Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Like grown-ups
Mm-hmm.
like to go and watch Marvel movies. That's what they
Yes.
do.
Yes.
That's gonna be Fortnite.
Yeah, and for sure. And like Omar said something that's super important. He was talking about how the comic industry is booming, and it's a collector's hobby now. Where that is so true because you have you have the golden age, you have the silver age, you have the copper age, the bronze age, A, B, and C. You have these ages of comics. This is I would name this, it's modern as well, but I would name this the variant age, where it's like people are buying it based off the cover art and the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so now you have all these variants, and a lot of the old collectors don't like the variants, but this is how we collect. This is how
Deadpool
this yeah.
Deadpool, real quick, I think he was a battle pass skin,
Mm-hmm.
so he won't come back unless it's a different variant of
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
which is possible. Like if they do some weird variant of him.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, and just to answer Alexander's question, he said, "Are you guys surprised by how slow they're growing things?" And I mean, I don't think they're. I think they're approaching it smartly. Like if you
Yeah.
look at the companies that try to like do things super fast, they never
Mm-hmm.
really work out. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Fortnite is buying media companies. They're hiring the right people. They're working on movies slowly, which almost guarantees they're gonna get this right.
Yeah.
They're going comics first. They could have just released a movie instead of doing comics.
Mm-hmm.
They're using comics to figure out the story, figure out what works, and then they can move to the content.
Well, also on just building on what you just said, the comics allow people to have extensive knowledge. So
Mm-hmm.
when they allow that, whether they're talking to their friends or A, B, and C, somebody that first sees the first Fortnite movie, and they'll be like, "This movie was amazing. That this character A, B, and C," and they'll be like, "Actually, this is what." So they have this backstory from the game and the comics, and that's what Fortnite is trying to build. They're trying to tell a deeper story, a more mature story. Like the maturity is the important thing to me. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to cut out a maturity of Fortnite, trying to break that stigma that we were just talking about. And I think the comics is gonna do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a great point because like everyone thinks it's for kids when the
Mm-hmm.
demographic is not for kids. If you look at how
Right.
many who plays it, and
Right.
so by getting to the comics, they're going to get any of the Marvel people, so that
Mm-hmm.
when they do release a movie, it'll be a blockbuster.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm not mad at how they're approaching it. I think it's smart how slow they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and Uh, that's so Mac Dallin says he knows the toy stuff. Yeah, I'm not into the toy game.
But
Not
yeah.
my cup of tea. But there is a Fortnite Nerf collab, and I thought about getting. I didn't. I don't really want it, but I did think about like I don't know, a pump. Is there a pump or something? I think there's a pump. I
It was
just
a scar.
there's a
It's a
scar.
pump too. Yeah, it's a pump too. That now Mac Down. I definitely understand. Like I'm action figure wise, I definitely get it. Where especially like especially if you were in toy collecting. If you
Mm-hmm.
were in toy collecting, Fortnite is hitting it out the park with, the McFarlane and everything that comes with that. So I can definitely see that, like, there being toy collectors. And I think that branch is going to show once people make content about it. See,
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. It has to be somebody that breaks through and be like, this
I mean,
is, yeah,
I do go to the stores. I always like what you want to see is do kids actually like it and buy it? That's what's going
that's,
to create the
yep.
nostalgia, and that's what's going to make it worthwhile in the future. And I do see kids buy the Fortnite toys a lot whenever I go in, and I think the kids know about the toys more than they know about the cards.
Mac, we definitely can talk about this more just so we can know that, the information on that as well. And when I said make content about it, I wasn't talking about us. I'm talking about, which obviously I've never researched, so I wouldn't know. Is there kids playing with Fortnite toys on YouTube? You get what I mean? Like, is there kids that's making YouTube content with the Fortnite toys? And
Yeah,
I think
so
that
you
that's
have to.
important.
Yeah, that's really important because my kids watch. I have four girls,
Yeah.
so they
Mm-hmm.
don't play the Fortnite action figures, but
Mm-hmm.
they do watch YouTube videos of people play with little figures, but they're more like princesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, if there is YouTubers that are doing that,
That's
I
important.
just don't know. But if someone, that's something to look at. That's
Yeah.
really important.
McDowell, and that's really good. So that's yeah, and the things that I definitely would love to talk to you about it because that's something that I don't follow consistently. So whatever you can inform me on, I'm down with. Just not for me personally, but just so I know to whether it's topics and conversations on that. Especially because like for instance, my nephew, he is Sonic crazy right now. Like he's Sonic crazy. He's watching everything Sonic. He has all the toys, and if that's happening for Fortnite as well, then that's definitely gonna have a major impact for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm with you, Dill. I mean, I like art. I like that kind of nostalgia more than the toys myself. Um, he
Yeah.
said, "Oh, for real, that's tight." I mean, I have seen that.
Hey, that's what's up.
A lot of the YouTubers though they use the game to make the YouTube videos, and then they voice over it,
Mhm.
which might
Mhm.
be you know what I mean. So they make those like funny stories like you would with action figures, but they use the characters in game.
Yeah.
So it's probably fighting for some of that attention, I would imagine.
Yeah. And Mac, listen, we definitely can talk because
Feel free
I
to put your YouTube on here, then
yeah
MacDowan.
yeah
Everybody,
leave
if you
that.
got, I mean, I'll send it to my kids to look at.
We're a community. We help each other out. So definitely link that. And also on top of that, wait, hold on. Omar said,
He said they'll bring the same as the cars. I
yeah.
just think that the an older demographic. I mean, I don't know toys very well.
Mm-hmm.
I just know cards, and I know, and I've been looking at the comics at like what prices they can bring, and I just don't know if the toys will ever
I,
compete on that level. I'm not
I,
saying they won't be worth
yeah,
anything. I just don't know if they're going to compete on that. I just don't know.
yeah. I think it's a sector that I'm not, like you said, I'm not familiar with, but I understand how, like you said, from your daughters, from my nephews,
Hmm.
I understand how this works. When they're endowed in toys, they're gone. Like especially when they're watching on YouTube. So I can definitely see that.
Yeah, and I saw another one. Where did I see? Oh, this Travis said he's sending three cards to PSA, and they all got tens: Midas and Frozen Raven,
Whoa,
cracked ice.
that's a win.
Although,
Congrats,
yeah,
bro.
I've been seeing a lot of tens. We just looked, and like I think there's over 20 Midases, cracked ice tens, um,
Yeah,
which outdid Black Knight already,
yeah,
which is pretty crazy. And I guess even with the roller marks, they're still getting PSA tens.
yeah. And that Omar, that's interesting. That's a good point. I definitely learned about the loop breakers from the comics, but if you that's interesting. That you learned about it from the toys. That's what's up.
How did you learn about it from the toys? Does it say it on there, on like the packaging?
Nah, I don't know. McDonald, we actually have several very rare figures that Mac, you got not for so the collectors can know. You definitely gotta let us know that that market. That'll be dope.
Yeah, throw out some facts because I'm
Yeah,
interested. I won't probably get into it.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, wouldn't mind getting something to display, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, it says on the packaging in the actual box.
that's what's up.
So, because we were going to create some kind of chart to figure out how many people have actually escaped the loop.
Mm-hmm.
Because we
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's many because of what the foundation said that it's extremely difficult.
Yeah. See, this is turning out to be a great conversation. Especially because that is important to know what each demographic like, because like for instance, if they're on the fence, like the 6 to 8 year olds, if they're
Mm-hmm.
just getting into being able to manage how good they are at the game, and they're connecting with the toys the same way we're connecting with the cards and we're connecting with the comics, I think that's very healthy overall for the IP. We already know the IP is solid, but if that's happening in the toy market as well, if that's building as well, that's even better. So that's great to know.
Interesting enough, you say that Peely is a loop breaker. That's interesting.
Yeah, he would be.
Well,
But
He was created outside the loop because it's just Jonesy who touched some kind of thing with the.
wait, who? Pilly?
Yeah.
No, he comes from that. Oh no, I got the name of the world. What is the name of the world?
Are you sure he comes from that world?
Yeah, it's in the comic. He should be right. Yeah, he.
I don't
But
know. I don't remember seeing him in that thing in that world. I saw all the tomato people. I don't remember seeing
well, that's just
Peely.
because they only showed a couple of them. But I'm pretty
But
sure
there's a
those.
video of how Peely got created
Who is it from?
from Epic from Fortnite. You've
Really?
never seen the video of Peely getting created?
No, I mean I've seen that, but I mean, what haven't they told us is what I'm saying.
So if you guys haven't seen the video, am I allowed to play that?
Yeah, play it.
Let's play that. So that's interesting because I don't know.
I literally just took a screenshot of this. But let's see.
One second. So this is how Peely gets. And there's no sound, but this is how Peely gets created.
Mm-hmm.
He's eating a banana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember this. Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, that's all. It was just like a funny little thing. So that's not necessarily credible, but that's something you have to think about.
Yeah, because I mean, even see, what the reason why I brought that up, like I seen that video, but the reason why I said it that way is like I don't know how that world operates. Like,
Yeah.
is that the way they're created? Do you get what I mean by
Yeah.
that?
We also don't know like what was just fun. Like, what are they considering part of the story
Right.
and not? What point did they switch?
Because
Because I think
because
going forward now, I think they're being more strategic on how they release some of this.
mm-hmm.
But maybe back then they weren't.
Yeah. Because what I'll say is this, like it happens in comics all the time where they'll bring a writer on to tell a backstory.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much what we're getting at. Like that
Mm-hmm.
could have been what it was, and then it turns into X. And I think I can see that happening for sure.
I mean, I guess technically he just had a banana, so maybe the work took him to that place, and then Peely came there. I mean, I guess you really don't know, but they were trying to insinuating at that point that he turned into a banana. Wait, I think I missed one I wanted to talk about here. Um, I did have some Fortnite toys. I had like the little chests and stuff. I kept them unopened forever, and then my kids finally opened them. Okay, Rob B said, "This is interesting. I didn't notice this." He said the PSA 10 went from a pop 9 to a pop 8.
BKUSS went from a pop 9 to a pop 8. What could have happened there? Reclass Italy. I think maybe a reclass for sure. I think a reclass, like you said, like Omar and everybody's been saying, they're good. They're correcting it, so I could see that being the case. I don't think there's too many left in there, but it's probably I'll say it's a handful that's still classified in the USA print compared to Italy.
And I wouldn't even say maybe just a couple. I don't want to say few because I was under the understanding back then people weren't even sitting Italy in.
No, they yeah.
Most of them were only sitting USA shards in.
Let's see. Whatever.
Yeah, sorry guys, we got a lot of comments here, so we might miss some.
Is a way that the company can make a new work.
Oh, so Mac Dallin says that the loop breaker has nothing to do with the story slash lore.
Mm.
Did you say this?
He said
No,
even the
loop breaker
ugly.
is a way that the company can make newer characters beyond Chapter
Mm.
1, Season 4.
Yeah.
Hmm.
David, you funny, bro. Yeah, I got a couple. I wish.
Oh, that's smart. That makes sense, Omar.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got you.
Yeah, and
Got you.
I feel like it's kind of hard for them to control too much of the toys and the story slash lore, um, especially the early ones. I don't.
No, no. See, yeah, no. Macdown, I definitely agree with you on that. On that aspect, I will say that where what I'm waiting for, just in the base of growth. We talk about a whole lot of things that can happen when it comes to growth. We get these, the 1 on 100s or A, B, and C number 8 parallels. If they collaborate, if not even collaborate, they're connected now. But if they do things with the Legos, I think that's gonna be another ascension. Like if
And
they, yeah, just in general, just in
yeah,
regular IP growth.
and I would find it hard to believe they would not do that.
Right. I think it's coming. Like
Yeah.
I think it, if anything, I think we won't go through
Now, and I'm not.
2023 without it.
You know those Lego like Batman, those Lego Marvel ones, the big statue ones.
Yeah.
I would definitely get one for Fortnite.
First of all, thank you for saying that because I forgot. So on the Lego thing, but Mac Down, to go on to what you were saying, I would like to see Fortnite get into the statues.
Hmm.
I would love for Fortnite to get into the statues, and that I would collect. I wouldn't collect it on a mass basis, but I would get a couple of my favorite skins, or whoever they use really. And I think that would be a lot more of the storyline skins.
Like I think we're just waiting though. I mean, for the
Yeah,
comics, for the toys, we're just waiting for movies. And like Kari said earlier, is that going slow? It's going slow, but it'll get
yeah,
here eventually. That's good for us
yeah, and like
because
yeah,
none of the comic book people are taking this seriously still.
yeah, and okay. Matter of fact, yes and no, Dylan. I've watched some.
Have you seen some?
Yeah,
I haven't seen.
I've missed them. I don't know how I missed them. I don't know if I
Are they
typed it in
old?
wrong. Super old.
I've only seen one where like let's pay attention.
So what somebody said, remember the one I told you about where the
Well,
guy completely had it wrong. He
mhm.
in the aspect of he was saying how it didn't. He don't know if it connects to anything, but that's different. But I've seen a couple where people were like, this this has a lot of legs to it, but they were DC fans, so I don't know if they're gonna come over to Marvel, which is interesting, but I think they will if they're
Did they
comic fans.
label it as like investment type?
No, which is a good point.
Yeah, okay, that's why I was talking about. A
That's a
lot of
good
like the
point.
collector and a lot of the Fortnite. I mean, the comic collectors aren't really looking at Fortnite comics as collectibles like the
Yeah,
other ones.
because based off of what we're all talking about and what you just brought up, that spec happens when the movies come out. Like
Yep.
like that's what's happening in the comic books every
Well,
week.
that's why
Is
it's
yeah,
important to do it now. We're
mm-hmm,
specking before the movies, way before. So
yeah, and it's hard for me to yeah, because like the spec is definitely in there. Like for instance, like us, the community is like this. We're a part of what the 50s to 70s and 80s had to do, where they had to figure out what was a key issue. What
mhm.
was this A, B, and C? Between the Hawk 181 and the Hawk 180. What was Wolverine's first appearance? Those type of things. We're figuring that out. We're
Yeah,
at the
we're figuring that out
complete
now.
we're at the
Yeah.
complete beginning of this. Me and Dylan will talk for an hour and a half. Like, yo, is this what is this?
Hmm.
And it's not too many people that's trying to figure that out when it comes to Fortnite.
Back to cards. David said, "Is the quality from series 1 to series 3 purposely done to get cheaper as the new sets drop?" I don't think so. I think, like people said, Panini's super overloaded. I think
Mm-hmm.
their quality check is probably very limited right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, they were so late to get cards out.
mm-hmm.
I mean, the cards are PSA 10ing better than ever.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, take that
yeah.
for what you will. There are some that come obviously damaged,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the overall, I haven't had too many problems besides the roller marks, which I think that was just that printer, whatever they used,
Hmm.
has an issue, but it's the quality check, I think.
Yo, not to skip down, but Mac Down, if you cool with us, yo, he said, Omar said McLovin. Yo, let us know if you cool with that. McLovin, switching it to that would be funny. But yeah, definitely Mac. Anytime you come in here, any new toy information or whatever you can tell us, drop it in the comment section, especially because that's a sector that you're clearly a hold of, and we need that because we got a
Educate
sector, and yeah, educate
educate
us.
us so that I can add
Yes,
it to the website.
yes,
I know people want me to do some more. They want me to add Funko toys to the website,
yep.
which I'll start working on at some point.
So Mac, if you can help with us with that aspect of it, that'll be amazing.
Let's see. I missed something. Oh, World Cup collection. I mean, I like that fringe stuff.
Yeah,
I have a
yeah,
ticket thanks to
yeah.
Black Ash.
Oh yeah, that was something. That was something I definitely had to hop on the World Cup. That was an era of Fortnite that is untouched in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the Funkos. I mean, they're the only Funkos I really have. And I mean, I guess they print so many of they make so many of them. But I heard there are some Funkos worth at like 100,000. Did you know that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I knew that. You mean just in general, right?
Just in
Yeah,
general, not
yeah,
Fortnite, but like in
yeah.
general. So I
Mhm.
guess there's obviously a market there at some point.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know too much about them though. Like I said, I like the print media.
David, good question. I haven't checked on that. Have you?
I haven't recently.
Mm,
We'll have to I'll have to look that up.
yeah.
We'll get back to you this next Friday.
So yeah, we've already kind of talked about this, but I just wanted to say it specifically. Um,
If you guys don't know what a Koro
yeah,
sticker is that he asked about, these are the
yeah.
Koro stickers. Um,
That's a
so
yeah. That's a beautiful fringe market right there. I love the Cora ones. So yeah,
yeah, I really like them. They're really cool.
yeah, Omar, for sure. Like that's what I'm saying. Like like having Mac in here, putting that toy knowledge down. That was important because I don't know anything about that. So the fact that you can drop that knowledge each week, or we can talk to you so you can help us with that aspect of the website. You can't beat
You,
that.
you know, one of my favorite French things, which I haven't pulled out to look at in a while, is with the Koro stickers came that magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the newspaper of
Yes.
Fortnite,
Yeah.
and I really like that. I
Yeah.
gotta pull that out. I have
Might
that.
have to frame that.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. It's like I wish I could get something like that graded. Just I like slabs,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I guess I could frame it. That's true. Maybe I will. Is there any good way to get like the creases out?
I was actually gonna look that up because I want to get one of the comic posters.
I guess you could probably press it like a comic, right, to get those
I guess
creases
so.
out.
Yeah.
I feel like you should be able to.
Mac, you haven't said nothing. I didn't know that, bro. You gotta link your YouTube. Well, this might be it. This is his YouTube, right?
What Mac Down? Oh yeah, yeah, I guess
Mac,
so.
is this your main YouTube? That one.
We appreciate the shout out. Yeah, if you guys haven't, I'm gonna go check out your videos
Yeah.
later. This isn't it, for sure. We try to share. We also talk about AKA Bog. If you haven't checked him
Yes.
out, he
Yes.
talks about the comics. He hooks me up with a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
Um,
Fortnite Trading Card Hub.
mhm.
What else? What else? Oh, we can't forget about the people that are cutting their lane out and whatnot. You have, I think it's three. It's what is his name? What's the dude? Who's started doing the whatnot in the breaks?
I can't remember. While you're thinking about that, we
Yeah.
also wanted to shout out to all the Fortnite Facebook groups.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know all the names?
Can you throw it up there real quick just so we can get the exact names cuz so y'all can look it up the right way cuz one of those Facebook groups is a part gave this to us to give away, so the hobby box will eventually be given away based off that Facebook group, so y'all definitely have to
You might have to send me a link so I remember which
all right,
ones.
I got you.
So I am part of Fortnite Trading Cards Marketplace.
Mhm.
So this is one I'll add to the stream. Ignore my wife's messages there.
And then it's Fortnite Trading Cards
This,
Marketplace. And let me see. Yep, that one.
So this is the Fortnite trading cards marketplace. This is the one doing the giveaway.
Yep, this is the one giving the giveaway.
So we go to Fortnite trading cards. Actually, I'll just copy this. So they're giving away a Series 1 hobby box,
Yep.
right? And then everyone should know about the main one, which is Fortnite trading cards exchange.
West Drum. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, West Drum?
Yeah. West Drum.
What did he? Oh, he's been doing those whatnots?
He's been doing whatnots. He's been doing the breaks consistently.
I've never even been on whatnots before.
Also, it's one more that's been doing whatnot, and I want to shout them out as well.
Ooh, Fortnite merch. Man, Rob loves Fortnite
Yo,
merch.
listen. First of all, you didn't even you didn't even compliment me on my Wu-Tang hat. Fortnite one. Come on.
I was looking at that too. I was like, I should have said something. I was like, of course you got that.
Yeah, no, I got the hat and the tee. I don't know where the tee is at, but that's besides the point. Panini Fortnite breaks. They've been going heavy on YouTube. Not on YouTube, on Whatnot. So we have Whatnot. We have the toys now with Mac that we know of. We're building for sure.
I mean, I'm just happy as a collector because I literally like to collect these things. Even if they weren't worth like a crap ton of money, they're valuable to me, which is always fun. Omar says, guys, do you think the skins that have appeared on the comic covers, apart from the ones that worked with Batman, and he says, do you think at some point they will break the loop? I think if a character makes a cover, there just may be a reason.
Yeah, for sure. Like now we definitely know that.
I can't confirm that the artists get permission or whatever.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But because of Nexus War, I thought Doom and Mecha Team Leader was just random. I always thought that was super random. And now we get Doom and Mecha Team Leader back again in Zero War as like major parts.
2 years later.
2 years later, I'm not. If something's on the cover, I'm paying attention.
So this is now. Let me tell y'all. This is like one of those situations that comic book collectors argue about, where first cover appearance. Like this is Mecha Team Leader's first cover appearance, and then he has his. Then it's gonna be his first cover appearance and first full appearance.
Now, when we say he is just a robot.
Well,
right?
yes.
He's just like robot. A vehicle. Now, does that matter in comics? I mean, I would think maybe because if you look at like Star Wars, do they care about the ship?
But see, I think one thing that you're underrating the community on, do we care about it? Because this is our comic. You know what I mean? Like, so this is where it's slightly different. We're the vehicle for this. Is like, do we care about it? Do we think it's do we think he matters? And so I think that's the difference. Like, for instance, no matter who's been collecting comics, whether it's Fantastic Four, whether it's X-Men, they can't come in and tell us what matters in that aspect. We have that information. So
see, I like what McDowell said because I'm the same way. I don't care about the value of this stuff. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's like if I can make money and then keep my collection, that's awesome. But yeah, I just love this stuff, and that's what we need as an actual hobby to grow. You need actual collectors who are willing to keep something and not sell it. And one day I want to get to the point where I don't ever have to sell any of my stuff. Hopefully I can get to that point.
Yeah, for sure. That's where, great point, Dylan. That is where I would love to get to. I have a deep question to ask from a podcast, another podcast, but I'm gonna wait till we're closer to the end. It's just about the way we collect and how we want to build our collection. But the way they broke it down, it had my brain spinning. But anyway,
that's a good Omar. I was thinking that same. So he said, "Is Doom controlling the mecha now?"
Yeah, you said this.
I brought this up when I saw the cover. So notice that someone's driving the Mecha Team Leader, right? Someone's like controlling it, but then it looks like he takes control over it. But who knows? We don't know yet till we read the comic, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. See,
the cover did look like he took control over it, or like he's working with it, which is weird because he's evil. So maybe there's a break in the 7. Someone turned. There's so much. It's gonna be an interesting comic. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like that the fact that you and Omar was thinking that same way, because like I originally wasn't thinking that way, and then I did start thinking that way once I seen the preview, because I'm like, wait a second. there is a possibility that Singularity is working for the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Doom fighting the Foundation. You have Spider-Man and 8 Ball together. So you're kind of seeing where everybody fits in, because Dr. Sloan and Doom was on the cover together, but they seem like they were on the same team, which we know they probably are. And so that's going to be interesting. But he might have his own intent too.
Mm-hmm. I agree with this. Mac Dowling, he said, I'm very interested to learn how the comic covers fit into the story and lore.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, if you look at some of the comics, like the variants don't matter. Like we have
Mhm.
Fortnite variants for comics like Black Widow, and there's like no connection.
Right.
Right. But like you said, for Fortnite, is Donald Mustard is like he's always leaving hints, even in his Twitter, even in his, like anything he puts. And we found hints in different covers that he's done. So could he be could he have a list of characters that people could use? Possibly.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I want you to use one of these.
Yeah, and for sure, and I think where that changes, Mac, is when it extends to store exclusives. That's when the character on the front doesn't matter. We're not there yet. I think it's gonna eventually, if the comics do well, the stores are gonna want to have their own variant, and I think that's when it's like when the store picks their, when they pick their skin or their character, that's when that switch. But right now we're kind of very niche, and Donald
what we
Mustard
should
is leading
do is you've talked to Nakayama before.
Yeah, talk to him today.
You did? Okay,
Yeah.
you should reach out.
Yeah.
And ask him, say, did you get to pick the character?
I am. I'm gonna actually ask him that. Yes.
So we'll get confirmation. Because we know Donald Mustard's connected. Like he likes to he has his hands in everything. So I would be interested to see if Nakayama picked it himself, or if he gives you any information.
We will know a lot from that. You're very right on that, because we will know a lot from that aspect.
And if he says I can't say, then I'm gonna say that Donald Mustard gives them some kind of hint.
For sure.
Because I when we saw the Suki cover, I had a whole theory about Suki. And how there's now a Suki 2.0, and why would they do that if she wasn't somewhat?
Yeah, you said that. You said as soon as it dropped.
As soon as it dropped, I was like, Suki 2.0. They're using the same name. She's a robot, and why didn't they just create a new robot? Give her a different name. So it'll be interesting to see why they chose that as a cover. We got Midas and Meow Schools.
Yeah,
I guess we'll have to read it to see, but I'm even more excited. Was it June 4th?
June 8th.
June 8th?
Oh, well, what do you mean the event or the comics?
The event's on June 4th. The comics are June 8th. That's how I got this confused.
Yeah, Max says he can understand the confusion with that, because Donald is more connected to the comics than any other for sure, 100%.
I mean, the characters in the books are random because the artist's doing, except they may not be random forever. So, we saw Ruckus fight Batman.
Yeah.
It may be random at that point, but in 5 years, when they write a story or a movie, he might no longer be...
Matter of fact, that's a great point, because I was just thinking how much I enjoy Bandolette, and I enjoyed seeing Batman fight Ruckus, where I'm actually interested in their cards now, where I wasn't previously. I enjoyed the artwork of Ruckus so much that I actually want his cards now. So that just shows you how much can change in that.
Yeah, I mean, I had the same thing with Bandolette. She was probably a random character that they chose.
Super random, yeah.
But she may get more story in the future, and then she's no longer random.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now he took out Tomato Head inside the loop.
Right. Yeah, because Tomato Head's not dead.
Yeah. So so don't worry about it. I loved how that happened though. That was crazy. Yeah. He exploded his head. That was insane.
Where I came from, Zero Pilly, Bunker Jonesy, Mancake Links.
Yeah, they did take out the loop, so they could have more story in the future. I told you guys and Rob before, I want to see a show that covers one of those characters and their point of view, getting before the loop and after the loop. So I want them to come back home and have a memory of 1,000 fights to the death.
See, because that's what's, if you haven't been paying attention, that's what's happening right now. So the agreement clearly this is what I see. You can tell me what you think about it. The agreement right now is when they make the comic books and they collaborate with DC or Marvel, the Fortnite character seems like maybe not so much camp, but it's a partnership where it's if it's a Fortnite character, it has to be a Marvel character. That's what it seems like for both sides, Marvel and DC. It hasn't been too many covers if any, quote me on that, where
Hmm.
it was just a Fortnite character. We've seen one where it was just a Marvel character, but it had Durburger in it. So technically, that's the same
So wait,
balance.
saying that they're only using characters
What I'm saying is, I wonder when it's gonna transition to where
like
Fortnite
where a
feels
Fortnite character is a Marvel character.
where a Fortnite character could possibly find their way into a Marvel series, A, B, and C. Where is that a part of the future agreement? Not even agreement. Is that something that they're both interested in?
Marvel would probably have to like offer and like we want to buy
We
this
want to buy.
license for this
Yes.
character,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of cool and interesting. But would Fortnite do that? I
Well,
don't think so. I think Fortnite is they want to keep their IP.
yeah. No. Well, I think that they'll create a character for that.
Yeah, that's
Instead of for
true.
having, like, for instance, instead of for having Bright Bombers be sold off to Marvel, I don't think that'll happen. I think it would be more so, okay, this is 2023, let's build around this character, and then by 2026 or A, B, and C in a movie, in a Disney Plus series, let's bring them in here, and this was
Hmm.
always a Fortnite Marvel character, or a Marvel character based off of Fortnite.
Yeah, I think they're just going to develop their own and they can use it whenever. But I could see that happening.
No, yeah,
Um,
because
ooh,
yeah, because
wild card better get. I'm. So,
I think
I wish I
so.
didn't sell my wild card.
Yeah, because honestly, like I've said before, I think that the titles are gonna start in the comics. So you know how we was talking about in the movies, obviously talking more about, let's say, Ice King. I think the titles is gonna come in the comics where they venture off into, let's say, the Fox Clan. The
Hmm.
Fox Clan with Drift, with Vi. I think we'll see that in the comics and then future, but I think they're gonna flirt with it first in the
Yeah.
comics.
No,
You
and
know.
I think we're gonna get a spinoff on all those stories.
Yeah.
I think right
Mhm.
now they're focusing on the main story of the seven and everything,
Mhm.
but and jonesing them. But I do think we're gonna get the point of view of those characters because each character is a hero in their own mind,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, or I would say hero loosely, but like the main character in their own mind. And Donald Mustard has said that before. It's like even players,
Mhm.
like your experience, the island change,
Mhm.
and the landscape is changing. We have to start thinking about this in a more futuristic way because we're going to have Creative 2.0 out.
Mhm.
I mean, basically the game is a living world,
Mhm.
right? You play Fortnite, it's never the same from day to day, from week to week. You'll never be able
Mhm.
to go back.
Yeah.
It's a living world. So there's so much opportunity there too that we haven't even touched
For
besides
sure.
just like the other media.
Yeah, because, like, with, and Kari said the Fox Clan seemed like they'll be fun for sure, because the Fox Clan is from our world, or at least Drift is. At
Hmm.
least Drift is from our world. He is the first skin sash character to be a part of our world, and even with that, Bright Bomber is so important, bro. She is like the
Bright
she
Bomber was the first
yes.
Fortnite character in the comic, guys.
Mm-hmm. And
Just so y'all know.
not only that, she's the one that makes everybody comfortable when they come into the world. She solely was like, "Yo, Drift, yo, you with me?" You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, she's that person. So I think it's a lot even there, and you got to factor in that technically Dark Bomber is Bright Bomber, and Bright Bomber was the first one to be affected by the cube. So that's another
Omar
thing.
said Thor number 4. You're welcome.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thor number four. And obviously Thor number four is the original comic from the run, and then you have the specific Nexus War aspect of it. But yes, Thor number four is definitely one.
I like what
Omar,
Magneto said.
appreciate it. Yeah,
He said, "I would imagine it was easier for Epic to enter into agreement with other companies than the other way around."
yeah.
And we were talking about this before. I think at one point it was the other way around,
Mm-hmm.
and now people are like lining up to partner with Fortnite. They have all
For
the power,
for sure. Like, do you?
all the power.
But do you understand how what's going on at DC and Marvel, where it comes to, like, okay, if we say no to this, what happens on the other side? You get what I mean by that? Like,
Hmm.
so now what happens after Zero War? Is it DC again? Does another Marvel run happen? What happens now? Like, you get what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
it's DC like, listen, we did the Foundation, we did Zero Point. they let's give them their credit. They did great on Zero War, but now it's our turn again. Or is it gonna be like Marvel, like, nah, let's run that back? You know, what's gonna happen? That's what I'm interested with.
And what I like, yeah, they have become a marketing juggernaut. But what I like about it is that the marketing, the skins, it's like flawless. It's smooth
Yeah.
because they're supposed to be there. They can. They're
Yes.
part of the same world.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense
Mm-hmm.
once you think about it. A lot of people don't get it yet, but the
Yeah.
way that Donald Mustard thought this through and
Mm-hmm.
how he made these like, what do they call it? What kind of skins are those? The
Like,
collab skins.
oh yeah, collab
The
skins.
way
Yeah.
they made them collab skins, not collabs. They're literally part of the Fortnite universe.
Yes. Yes. Like
Everything's part of the Fortnite universe. So they're
yes.
not even collabs anymore. So basically, they're taking other people's IP and
Mm-hmm.
utilizing them for themselves.
Yeah. Like so,
Yeah, exactly. Everything is canon. That's what's amazing about it.
I want y'all to do a little bit. Omar just brought something up that's very important. I want y'all to do a little bit of homework, right? So when Fortnite, I mean not Fortnite, when Marvel and DC did this original collab with Marvel versus DC, look at how they did it. Look what just you can just watch a video. I'll link the video later on. Yo, it's like Fortnite would do so much better with that. They would knock that out the park. It was years ago, but when you see how they tried to set it up, Fortnite is exactly what that is. Exactly
And
to the
if you
point.
look at it, Fortnite's done this
It's done
because
this.
games were not cross-platform before.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know this, games were not cross-platform.
That Xbox, PlayStation, no.
PC, you
PC,
could
no.
not do that.
No.
No one wanted to do that. They had exclusives. And then Fortnite came along and changed everything, and then everyone started being cross-platform.
Mac
You
and
know,
yes. Yep. Yep.
so I think they can definitely do that with Marvel and DC, and it's going
Mm-hmm.
to benefit both DC and Marvel.
For sure. Because like for instance, let's just say off the comics. Technically, while this Marvel situation is going on, right? Harley Quinn and the Batman Who Laughs is still on the island. Technically.
Yeah,
Like
technically.
technically they're still there. Where, how, what the case may be, um, is the part that's debatable
For
or
me,
opinion.
it's
But yeah.
the Batman Who Laughs still being there is what's crazy because he had
Yes.
like some ill intention. Like he's doing something.
And yes.
Harley Quinn was just like fighting people,
Yeah.
but freaking Batman Who Laughs, like he has some kind of plan,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Mm-hmm.
didn't get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. That was and I think that's so once again in the foundation it says the end for now. So
Mm-hmm.
DC is definitely coming back. And
Or the Foundation. I don't even
or the
care if it's DC, Marvel. I don't care. The Foundation
yeah.
is going to keep having a story.
Yeah. And but the reason why I was bringing that up is because like bro, this is important for DC and Marvel. Like, like Mac and you was just saying, this is important for DC and Marvel. Fortnite is the middle of that where it's like if we decide not to counter, where does the fan base go? You get
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like if we decide not to come back with comic books, if we decide to end that partnership or, take a break and Marvel steps in or DC steps in, that's going to have a major effect. And Fortnite is just getting the benefits from all of that.
Yeah, and we were still talking about like the whole like Lex Luthor and Sloane celebrating Batman finding his way in and out of the island.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so. I mean, I just can't wait. We just have to get our hands on Zero War. We just need more
Mm-hmm.
content. We need to know more.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't been this most excited about
Yeah.
a story in a long time.
Yeah. This is very interesting because I think like you brought up, like, oh, is the comic book community actually specking on it? Like, obviously, we know they're not. I think it's interesting that they don't know how to process it. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
don't, because they understand that something's there because what they do respect is the 350 million players. They
Yep.
respect that. They just don't understand how to process that this storyline is so extensive.
Well, and to go back to what Kari said that they're going slow
Yeah.
because of how slow they're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
It's going over people's heads. Like they're missing some of this. Like they're not understanding where the dots connect because they're going so slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Fortnite was like releasing a movie, people might be jumping onto the spec, but they're going so slow that people aren't digging into the actual news and stuff like we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's what's got me excited. It's like
Yeah.
the potential's crazy, but I mean, the fact that they're just releasing stuff that's new and interesting to me that I get to collect.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I gave
what.
I gave up basketball for this. This is
No,
like,
not only that, like, and then when it comes to the variant comics, right? A lot of people now. I will say, I will throw this out here that I am a new comic book collector. I'm deeper. I'm very deep in it now, but I will say I
Mm-hmm.
am a new comic book collector, so I can understand the OG aspect of it not liking all these variants. It may take away from it, but having multiple different artists have their perspective on an issue on a run, I am a major fan of that. Don't mean you need to have every variant, but for me personally, seeing these different art takes with me being such a fan of it, I you can't beat it. You
Yeah,
can't
it's
beat it.
for like most are like $5, per comic, and it's like you want at least one most of
Yeah.
the time. Well, he said most of the GI Joe community has read Batman,
Oh
Fortnite,
yeah.
Snake
Well,
Eyes.
they were like the Batman community and the GI Joe slash Snake Eyes community was head over heels over that Jim Lee cover. Head over heels. They're like Jim Lee did the Batman and Snake Eyes. When will we see Jim Lee do this again? They were head over heels of that. So I think that's very important as well.
Yeah, the people who aren't collecting it because they think it will die out are crazy,
Yeah.
insane. There hasn't been anything that's kept up this much hype. Like, what
Yep.
video game has been this popular for 4 years?
Mhm.
I mean, you have Minecraft, but then
Yeah.
does Minecraft have the story? Does it have the possibilities that Fortnite does? No.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
it's capped off at a certain audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fortnite
Mhm.
is not capped off. You can go into marketing. You can
Mhm.
go into like
Mhm.
the VR world. You can go into the creative world,
Even
competitive movies, stories.
this is yeah, like even like thumbnails. We can't underrate the thumbnail community. Like
Yeah.
the thumbnail community is so major. Like these them using what is it called? Blender. They're
Hmm.
masters at Blender, not because they were trying to use Blender in the past, but they seen an opportunity in Fortnite. And now these kids that 16 to 20 years old are making amazing thumbnails off of Blender. They're Blender's professionals at this point.
I do want to say I'm not shitting on Minecraft. Minecraft is a great game. My daughter loves it. It has a lot of possibility. I was just saying, what other games are this popular? Minecraft is one of them that has kept up that popularity over time. That's all I
Mm-hmm.
was saying. I
Yeah.
just don't think Minecraft has the story capabilities that Fortnite does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it doesn't have a story.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the way that like the Marvel universe can have all these heroes. The
Mm-hmm.
same thing Fortnite can do.
Yeah.
They can just have endless stories.
Yeah.
And I just don't see Minecraft competing with it on that level.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like they're just going to partner at some point. Yeah, I believe
Also,
that. There's a lot of things that have comics. I know Minecraft. I know what's the other video game that Overwatch has comics.
Apex.
Yeah, Apex Legends has comics.
Yeah.
I've looked at some of these things. It's
Halo.
just
Yeah.
it might be that I'm just too obsessed with Fortnite. It's just I don't see the potential in all those like I do Fortnite.
Yeah. I mean, and that's like you said. I don't. For me, I don't even know it. I don't even know enough to give an opinion on that.
Hmm.
So like that's why I just like I'm like I know what this is. You know what I mean? I know what this is, and I just want to go back up to Mile High's comment where he said I imagine a Justice League style show, and I can definitely see that. That'd be dope. That would be dope for sure. Um.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
Minecraft is amazing for toys. My daughter loves Minecraft. She is a huge Minecraft fan.
Yeah. No.
I'm not
Minecraft
shitting. I'm
toys
not
is
shitting.
different.
I'm not shitting on
Yeah.
Minecraft at all. I was just talking about how groundbreaking Fortnite is story wise and the potential. I think it
Hmm.
outshines Minecraft. I still
Yeah.
think Minecraft, like if you collect Minecraft, I'm not shit on you at all. That Minecraft's amazing. My daughter
Yeah.
loves it. I don't know. I mean, I played it with her. I just don't. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't feel the same.
Yeah. I like this, Omar. Yeah, but yeah, for sure, for sure. Reaching high ground.
Now the thing with Minecraft movie is I don't see a whole bunch of adults like going out of the way to see that. It's definitely like going to be targeted towards the younger demographic for
See,
the movies and
the
stuff.
way I'll say this, I don't know too much about it, so I don't want to give too heavy of opinion on it. I will say Minecraft reminds me of the nostalgia of the Sega era.
Hmm.
And what I mean by that is like that Sonic, that Mario, that Donkey Kong, all of those where it's like, yeah, you may not play this, consistently when you're 30 or 40, but if you had a chance to play it just for nostalgia purposes,
Well,
you'll definitely go back to that. So
I
Minecraft
even
definitely has that lane for
I even
sure.
think there's like some because I know like older people do play Minecraft and do some crazy builds and stuff.
Hmm.
But I feel like the movie's going to be kind of more geared towards the younger demographic.
Yeah, like I think I will not. Minecraft has its thing. I just don't know. I don't know that one too much to say anything about,
Hmm.
but I do understand it from my nephews and
Yeah.
everything like that. That's I mean, but that's the way I see it. I see it like how it has such a hold on those fans of it that when it comes back, like the way that run of like the people collecting the games now, Minecraft will always have that market that they held. So yeah, I think they're great.
Yeah, that's true. My escape world, that's true. Yeah, I just think that's why I was thinking for like the Fortnite movies, they can do that, just like the Dark Knight for Batman could be like super dark. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I think Fortnite can do something like that too.
But that's why I think that's the point. I think that's what's unique about Fortnite. They can do both simultaneously,
Yeah,
and that's
they can
just
do a Disney like
yes,
channel
yes,
show. They
yes.
could do the movies like Deadpool is rated
Yeah,
R.
yeah.
I mean,
They
that's one of my favorites.
like they
And
literally, if they wanted to, right? They could
hmm
literally take the food skins and make a literal kid show,
hmm
like Teen Titans. The way Teen Titans run is, they can do things like that, like, and then they can still take those characters and do something else with it in a
hmm
more mature market. They can do so much. They have versatility. I think that's the
yeah.
key word, versatility, and so many parallels that can happen at the same time. That I think that's what makes Fortnite unique.
Now Minecraft probably has some like crazy. Think about it. That'd be crazy cool stuff to collect. I'm sure.
But even in that, like that's like these IPs do not fear working together anymore. They
That's
don't
true.
they don't fear that, and I think that's a part of the future as well.
Yeah,
Exactly,
there's always yeah exactly more. There's always gonna
exactly.
be space for everything.
Yep.
That's a great point.
Mhm.
And that's what we need to talk about is like collectors too. It's
Mhm.
like there's always be stuff to collect, and like we would talk about this about other YouTube shows.
Yeah,
Like we don't mind shouting out. We're a community. Like we want to
for
shout out
sure.
other Fortnite
But
YouTubes. I
yeah,
mean, there's enough room for everybody to grow. Same thing with collectibles. You know, I mean,
that
we want a Pokemon and Fortnite.
yeah,
We
but
want that
that's
collab. You know.
and just what Omar just said is exactly the way Fortnite thought. Where it's like we're not about to try to listen. We're not
Wait,
gonna try
wait,
to do
wait.
that. We're gonna
If they
collaborate.
bring Steve from Minecraft into Fortnite
Yeah, yeah.
at the right time to get that generation to
Mhm.
move from Minecraft to Fortnite,
Mhm.
because I mean, at some point they might want to build in creative, just like they do in Minecraft.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a bad segue.
No, for sure. Especially they're doing Pac-Man. What is that on the second?
Yeah, I can't
The
wait for
yeah.
Pac-Man. I love Pac-Man.
Yeah,
I'm a big
that's yeah.
Pac-Man fan.
So like even that and they did it the right way. They did it
Hmm
the right way where there's like, we don't want to really reach and try to make a skin. We're just gonna use this for reps A, B, and C, and I think that was
Yeah, or like a
perfect.
back
Yeah,
bling, for that. Yeah,
it
that's
was
perfect.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they could do that with Minecraft easily.
So I think collaboration is the name of this era in the first place. Like, and I think Fortnite was they them not trying to be the only one, attempting to be the only one, and collaborating and bringing these worlds together. That's that's their moat. If you want to go with a financial term, that's their moat
Hmm
100%. So yeah,
Man, that's crazy. I mean, I'm just getting more psyched every time we talk
yeah,
about this. I really need them to hurry up and release some kind of like show because like sometimes like right now, at the end of a season,
yeah,
like, I'm not trying to play Fortnite right now,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
but
feel you.
I would love to watch a show.
Yes,
If they had a show, I'd
yes,
log in and
yeah,
do that and watch something.
yeah. And I mean, I think that's what I will say that like you just said, these things that keep happening, whether it's now learning about the toys and how well the toys are doing. Not so much that, oh, I'm gonna go do this, but we just knowing that the toys are doing well and that there's a market and there's YouTube videos around it. We're doing the comics, we're doing the cards. All of these things working together, it's a win.
I think the message there is that we just got to collect what we like. If you like the toys, if you think they're cool, collect them. If you like certain cards, collect them. If I say I don't like a card, doesn't mean don't go get it because Don
Yeah,
Mester may have a plan for it down the road. So
yeah.
just collect what you like. And
Ooh, that's a dope one, Mac.
ooh, I mean,
That's yeah.
I don't know if there's any anime fans here, but I'm waiting for One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of
Well,
One Piece. So if they bring that into Fortnite, that'd be awesome for me.
see, and the thing is that you know the Fox Clan is Japanese.
Hmm
The whole Fox Clan is Japanese. Then you
Yeah.
have the actual anime skins. If they swing at the fences with that with manga,
Mm-hmm. I
That
mean,
that
I would watch a like an anime
yeah,
kind of style before. That would be kind of crazy.
that I mean, it's so much that they can do where they can't oversaturate themselves because they're too big. They can do too much, but they
Mm-hmm.
can't oversaturate themselves, which I guess is a contradiction of saying. But you get what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those things where they can kind of take off a couple different legs at a time and still not operating at full capacity. That's the best way I can
I'm
say it.
still waiting on a freaking Pokemon collab because if I wake up and we play Fortnite and there's one running around,
Yeah, that's like, can you imagine what that would do? Like, if especially if we treated them the way we originally treated Clombo,
mm-hmm.
like
like
that.
giant ass
Yes,
Pokemon. Yeah,
yeah,
you see
bro.
a giant
Like,
ass Snorlax. Like your bullets don't do shit to it; it just
yeah,
bounces off.
we'll lose Black Ash for a whole season.
Yeah,
We
that's
wouldn't
true.
even hear from him like at all. Like, veggies versus fruits. Yeah, for sure. Yo, yeah, but that food fight game was amazing. That game mode, I can see
Mm-hmm.
them playing on that in general. I think it'll be, especially because Wolverine and Spider Man is starting off the comic at Durburger, which
And
is
you
yeah.
remember a couple weeks back, I showed that
Mhm.
video
Mhm.
of the first animated video they did. They did the
Yeah.
talking parts, and that was all at Durburger.
All at Durburger years ago. Years
That's
ago.
so Durburger is going to have some kind of importance.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
fact that they did that years ago, and Donald Mustard is the one who drew Durburger
Then
on his cover.
yeah, and then on top of that, with the cover with Captain America on it, and the feature of Fortnite is Durburger, not a skin. Like, that's how important it is. You know what I mean? Where that counts as that
So
part of the
like,
cover.
what could he be planning for Durburger? Like, why is it so important? It's got to be bigger than we think.
It has to be. And we're both thinking the same thing. I know we are, but I know it's definitely like theme park sector, food spot type thing. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely something.
All right, before we're getting close to midnight, so is there
Yeah.
any questions, any other questions or topics anybody wants to talk about? Or we
Mhm.
got 12 in here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
For sure.
true.
For sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that's what's beauty about the collab thing because they create their own thing and people consider it a collab and it could just be its own living thing
Yep.
on its own.
Separate.
Like I think of Fortnite as a marketing mechanism for Epic Games. They can create any IP and just run it through their whole
Mhm.
marketing system.
Mhm. They should extend it 3
Guys,
hours.
I have been talking about freaking Fortnite theme parks, and I kid you not, my family wants to go to Disney so bad. I keep telling them we don't have the money to go to Disney right now.
Yeah.
And if they open up a Fortnite theme park,
You get in for
we're
free.
going next week. We're going. That money's coming from somewhere because I want to go eat at Durburger. You know, I mean, the freaking things they could do at a theme park are
Yeah.
insane.
For sure. For
Literally, they
sure.
just have to make it like the island.
Mhm. And it almost seems like what we were talking about, like the way this IP can live freely on itself is mind-boggling to me.
Mm-hmm.
That it just blows my mind. Like,
When
it's not too many things that happen in the 2000s that you can be like, you know what, this can hold its own against all these other
I
IPs.
mean, I know they have like a Lego theme park and stuff like that, but you're like, okay, but what do you do there?
Yeah,
When you think Fortnite, your mind just goes crazy. There's so
yeah,
many things they could do with a Fortnite theme park. Like there's like it's like countless things. It would be too
yeah.
easy. All they would need
Two,
is the money. And where are they going to get money? It's not like they have like 5 billion every year that they make.
yeah, yeah. That it's very interesting because I deep down inside I feel like that is 100,000% in that 10-year plan for sure.
What Fortnite character would you love to see get a movie that isn't very popular in the hobby?
Woo, that's a
In
good
the
question.
hobby,
In a hobby, that's a good question.
I'm at to think about that a little bit. Let me think here. That isn't very Cuddle Team Leader. Was he popular?
Yeah, she's popular.
Okay. Okay. I got you. I want to get a movie about what's her name Calamity and Fable.
Calamity. Oh, you can't forget Deadfire in there. Calamity,
Yeah,
Fable, and
Deadfire.
Deadfire. Yes,
That'd be pretty
that's a good
tight.
one. That's a good one.
It's not popular. That's hard.
That is hard.
Because those are what I'm trying to think of what I like that's not popular. Horror? No, I'm just kidding.
There you go. Oh,
Um,
Demi's a good one.
Demi would be kind of interesting for sure. I
So,
think.
Dylan, can you pull up the homage cover for Amazing Fantasy 15, the Spider-Man one for issue 2? Oh, Fade is underrated. 007 plus Demi. That's fire.
You talking about the Spider-Man cover?
Yeah.
Just the
Where
regular. You talking about Amazing Fantasy 15? That's what you said.
yeah, it's the they pay homage with Jonesy with that one. With the new cover for issue
Oh,
2.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I get where you're going with that. Where is that at? Do I still have it up?
Yep.
Scroll down.
That's the one that was missing. Oh no, keep going. It might
No,
be
it's
in this
here.
one.
It's here. It's here.
Yeah, they pay
So
and
they
it's in
played a.
Tilted Towers.
Oh yeah, there's the tower there.
Yeah.
Where did it go? That's a good
Yep.
point. They did pay that homage there.
Yeah, Fade is an underrated one. I'm with the Demi for sure. Fable, Calamity, Deadfire, those are great ones. I'm trying to think of a
I really like Fable. She's one of my favorites. I really like the whole like in Dire too.
yeah. And I guess this one is popular so I can't count it, but 8 Ball seemed like he'll be ill.
I
Like
I
he'll
mean I think 8 Ball is gonna get some kind of like I said anything with like this suit like
mhm.
thing, and we know it's mechanical, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We know that 8 Ball's suit is like some kind of suit because of what is it like it gets like messed up, right? It gets
Yeah.
cursed or something. I
Yeah,
forget what
it
it's
got
glitched or something.
yeah,
I
glitched.
forget I
Yeah.
forget the name of it. So I think he could definitely be important into
Mhm.
the story at some point. Um, any other ones? It's really hard when you say not popular.
Hmm. That's a
Not
good question.
popular.
That's a hard one.
People like Ocean. Yeah, I actually
Mhm.
just got her cracked ice. Actually, Vertex. Ooh, Toxin versus Remedy would be fun. The Slurp guys, are they popular?
Mhm.
Because that would be kind of fun to get something with them.
I'm looking
Rocks, thank you.
I'm
Rocks
going
is
through
my
like all the
girl.
seasons in my head.
Rocks is my girl.
Yeah.
All right, popular. I mean, I really want to. There's somebody I want to show with. I want to show with Aura, but what can I say? I just think that'd be so tight. Some kind of like Indiana Jones type shit.
No, I want them to do like a little extended story around Christmas time with all the Christmas skins. I
Oh
think that'd be
yeah.
fun. Like not a movie or anything, but I want them to do something with that.
Ooh, the Fox Clan. Yeah, I'm with my skateboard. I want to
Yeah,
see a
Fox
show with the
Clan.
Fox Clan. That
Listen,
would. I mean, Lucky Landing was like so big back then.
yo, Fox Clan was like that was legendary. Like Drift coming into the game was amazing. Like that was one of my favorite moments where because we really didn't understand what was happening. You know what I mean? We understood, but we didn't understand it completely. And now the fact that it's a whole Fox Clan is like, and it took over to Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when they
Vi took over to Twitter to get in contact with Drift.
Yeah, that was later. Yeah, yeah. I think Aura would be great. I definitely think like Uncharted, like
Mm-hmm.
trying. Same thing with Lux, like that you
Yep.
like is like trying to get the gold or
Yep.
whatever. That would just be
Yep.
tight.
You know I'm gonna say Lux for everything, so I
Yeah,
just don't. Ooh, Shadow Ops is a dope one.
yeah. That's a good one. Elite Agent.
Kari for sure. Yo, look at the Fox Clan love is building up. Like I mean that you know how I feel about Drift, and but just the fact that he's because technically Vi is the leader, not Drift. That's one thing that people forget too. Vi is the leader of the Fox Clan.
Well,
So
yeah, because Drift technically was brought in. He
was
must have
brought in
joined at some point.
right.
When he got trapped there, maybe he couldn't
It's
get
a
back to his world.
yeah, because it's assumed that they're trying to figure out who gave Drift the mask, and they're going in between Doctor Sloan and Bright Bomber. So that's they're trying to figure out how Drift got the mask in
Mm-hmm.
the game, because it was just his tag originally. Like he just was that was just his graffiti tag, and it kind of
Mm-hmm.
like they played on that. So yeah, Fox Clan
Yeah,
has a lot
there's
of
a lot they could
potential.
do with
A
that.
lot of potential.
Now we do have to remember. So you said Vi is the leader of the Fox Clan. Um, I can't remember. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, or that's speculation. But I do think that the crew pass is something to pay attention to. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Galaxia, Vi, that you want to pay attention who's joining that crew
Mm-hmm.
pass.
You see my question? What?
I
Oh
didn't.
wait, hold on.
How early was it,
Let me see. Lane.
or was it in the Facebook group, Lane? As you guys have stated in the past, there are hundreds, maybe thousands of stories Fortnite can go forever. Yeah, and I know. So, like, if you ever get like to the point where it's like, man, do I still want to keep collecting this stuff? Join
Yeah.
our show on Friday, and you'll get hyped up again. It's like our
Yeah.
weekly motivation here.
Let's see. Let's see.
Elaine posted a question up here. What are you guys' thoughts on grading the good cards you have now that it's down to $50 per card? I think we answered this earlier.
Yeah.
I think it. And if you're rushing to sell, you might want to, but I'm not in a rush. I have a lot of cards I want to get graded, but I'm not rushing. I think it's fine to wait or grade them. It's up to you, really.
Yeah, I sent 15 cards in recently. So I like the $50 value, especially because I'm not. Well, yes, I am. I am. I actually, I'm not. I wouldn't have sold them if I wasn't going for getting my Lux back, but I
So
would have held anything.
the way that
Yeah,
Rob does things is he tries to keep a certain amount of cards,
yeah,
and once he gets that limit, if he wants a new card, he has to sell something and to
yeah,
get the other card. That's how
yeah,
he works.
yeah.
I try
So
to keep as much as possible unless I need the money.
yeah,
But I mean, I'm no problem, Lane.
yeah,
Thanks
no
for
problem
jumping
at
on.
all. Thanks for the question too.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I'm probably gonna grade some stuff at SGC soon,
Mm-hmm.
but probably not for like another month or two.
Yeah,
Personally, I do want to do that thing where I send in 10 or 20 of the same card.
yeah,
Actually, you guys know what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. We were talking about Fortnite Reloaded.
yeah,
I was thinking about it, and I might send in like 10 focuses
yeah.
and see if I can get a pristine. I might do that.
You should do it.
I might do that.
You should do it.
Can a cracked ice get pristine? I imagine so, right?
That'll be a good card right there. That's a fat card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have every. Well, they just bought that. They bought that. I mean, they have like dance. They have music. They have concerts.
Wait,
They
thank
have
you for
sports.
saying that. Yo, they're like consistently coming out with original music. Like original music, like the Origin has his own song. Don't get on how it is. It's not the best, but it tells you a lot about the story. And now you have every time the FNCS drops, they come out with original music. They're coming out with original music in every battle pass. They're building their music catalog, which is mind-boggling to me.
Well, they're gonna have to, because when the movies come out, they're gonna have to have some really good audio tracks to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what's up, Van Poe? What's going on? Yeah,
What's up?
I had all these cards I went to in the SGC, but maybe I'll just send in like 10 or 20 of the same card.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard.
Cube Queen song is original, Mac. Yes. Yep. That is their collaboration with those artists. But yes, it is original to Fortnite.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, we were going to talk about Italy cards real quick.
Yes, Kari wanted us to hit that.
So if you guys don't know this, but there was like what was it? Sparkle Specialist
and
sold for over $500 in this market for Italy cracked ice
over Bright Bomber.
And Bright Bomber was Italy too, right?
Yep, it both was PSA 10 and Spark. Now also we also got to keep in mind they could have been from a set collector that needed Sparkle Specialist, but yes, Sparkle Specialist did very well in this market. It was dope to see.
So I'm a fan of Italy, so like I like Italy. I have a lot of Italy cards.
Yeah.
I like USA and Italy.
Yeah.
So take that for whatever you will.
I have a Lux Italy at PSA right now. Hopefully it gets graded.
I mean, I don't know if American print is overpriced right now. Everything's underpriced. Maybe it was at one point. But if you look at the pop reports, it's like Series 1. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, people like the USA. I mean, I get it. I like both.
Yeah.
I think for sure Italy's underpriced.
But like you said, I think USA is underpriced, and I think Italy and Brazil is extremely underpriced.
There you
go. That's it's one of those things.
What do you guys think about the PSA 10 Gold Trooper Series 3 would be worth? I'm not a fan of the Series 3 Gold Trooper personally. I don't think anyone likes that version of the skin.
I think it's the least favorite out of those. Yeah, like if it was pink Ghoul Trooper, I think it
Shit,
would
if it
have
was
done.
pink Gold Trooper,
Yeah,
exact opposite of what I said, it'd be amazing. But I
yeah.
don't think people care for that. At least I don't, because
Mm,
I like Gold Trooper, right? And I want like a USA one at some point, but I
mm,
have the Italy one here, and I'm
yeah.
not really a fan of the other version.
Yeah, that's definitely not one of my favorite ones of her, but I mean, if you're a Ghoul Trooper collector extensively, like
Mm-hmm.
just period, obviously for sure, and but overall, it's
Hey, I'm not one of the people in the Facebook group that agrees that the Skull Trooper Series 3 and the Gold Trooper Series 3 are not high up on my list like everybody else is.
yeah.
For this one.
It
I
would have
now
had to been it would have had to been the purple and
if
then
it's
the
a
pink Ghoul
purple
Trooper.
Skull
Yeah,
Trooper, yes, it's all about like for me, it's all about nostalgia and what people actually like. And I don't remember them liking any of those skins. The price gap between doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's the issue, and that's
yeah.
always been my issue. That the price gap has been way too large between Italy and USA.
Mhm. Mhm.
But
But
maybe that's just how it is right now. It's all about supply and demand. There's just not enough
but
demand for the Italy
yeah,
cards.
and I think that's the
Yeah.
opportunity. That's the
Yep.
opportunity. That's what it really falls into. Where it's like, if you really wanted to buckle down and find the best of the Italy shards and buy
Mm-hmm.
raw and A, B, and C, I think that's the major opportunity that's at hand when it comes to that. Just like for instance, when I had to go back and I lost my looks. I didn't lose my looks, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Uh, the first thing I did was get an Italy Lux. It was a no brainer to me. It was like
Mm-hmm.
okay, and then I'll get that one back later. But she was so undervalued in my opinion that it was a no brainer to grab her.
Who knows? Maybe they'll rise up to get a little bit closer.
Hmm.
For me, I agree with what Kari said that USA is first edition. This is the way I've been thinking about it. USA is first edition, and then Italy is second edition.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mainly because US comes out first,
Hmm.
and then the Italy comes out,
Hmm.
and that's happened every single series.
Yeah.
So first and second edition makes a whole lot of sense to me, and I think that means that USA should be worth more.
Hmm.
Mainly
Hmm.
because that I used to think Italy was going to be super short print and that should be worth more. That's kind of changed now,
Hmm.
but I still love Italy cards.
Right.
But yeah, I think they're like second print and they're great to have. If you can't get a first edition card, you're going to want the second edition.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
That's
um,
I think that's a great way of putting it because I think more so it's equivalent. Like for instance, like to me, it's like for the USA shards for Series One, right? It's like PSA 8 to PSA 10, and then when you get to the Italy one, like if you can get a 9 or 10, you did very well. You know what I mean?
oh
So
yeah,
it's just the semantics of that, and I think Italy and Brazil is extremely undervalued. Like
yeah. The Brazil one's interesting, Lane. Yeah, I get what you're saying since they only did one series, but it looks just like the Italy.
mhm.
So I
Mhm.
would just consider it like a second edition too. I could
Yeah.
be wrong because I care more about like that the actual shards look different, and I
Mhm.
think that's kind of cool.
Yes.
You know,
Now, I will say this. I will be truthfully honest. When we remember how we were talking about aesthetic earlier,
hmm
aesthetically, I think the Italy shards is a great value as an underprice. But when you get that Series 1 shard USA print, it just hits a little different. And I think that comes into play for me. Aesthetic comes into play for me when it comes to that debate in that conversation. I don't know about you.
No, I agree. I think that the Series One USA shards look better,
Right.
but I'm not saying that the Italy ones look worse.
Yeah, exactly.
I
It's
mean,
just different.
they don't look bad. I
Yeah.
think the Italy shards look great. They look like I have some basketball cards that are shards that are made in the U.S. that look like this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's
so I'm not really work. It doesn't really matter.
like
Collect what you like,
yeah.
and I want to collect both.
I'm
You know,
gonna
collect
well
what you like.
the thing is we was gonna talk about. I think we'll save it for next week. But for me, what changed recently when it comes to me collecting, it's specific skins that I'm gonna do a master set of, like Lux,
hmm
Omega, Visitor, and that wasn't the case before. Like because S1 shards was so out of reach when it came to USA, I was just trying to obtain USA shards. Now that I have the opportunity to get them, it's things that I can do that I couldn't do before because of down markets, and I think those are the opportunities that's at hand.
I agree. So with cars, like people were complaining that they're like, oh, it's got to be US, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like even if you look at Pokemon, the other ones aren't worth as much. Well, it's a different language.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have that problem with these cards, so I can't compare. Like he said, like I don't agree with comparing that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I don't. Omar, what are you saying by unlimited prints? Because I guarantee you the Italy shards are not unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
Like there may be more, there may be less. I don't think it's unlimited. I don't think like there's gonna be an unlimited printed form. Yeah, I agree, Kari. I don't
Does
think it's that much different.
yeah do but okay? Could aesthetic do that though? Do you think like the difference between you don't think it should and it does? You get what I mean by that? Do you think aesthetic can do that,
No,
or is
I
it
think I
just
think you
yeah,
can apply multiple, but the problem is we were seeing like 30x.
which is ridiculous?
We
Yeah,
that's how
yeah,
ridiculous it's
yeah.
been. You know what I mean? 5x maybe. So
Mm-hmm.
like maybe 5x. I don't know, but like the way it was like 10, 20, 30x, that's kind of crazy.
And Lane, I agree. Lane, I do agree with you with that because I had that same thought when I thought that Optichrome was only going to be an S2. So
Hmm.
I was thinking that same way with that, and I do think that Brazil only having one run does give it a little something more, for
Hmm.
sure.
I mean, like we want to say, is collect what you like. If you
Mm-hmm.
just are in it for the money, maybe you're just going for USA shards,
Yeah,
But I don't know. I mean, I'm not opposed to gathering a deal of an Italy shard.
yeah,
Like I have these tins, and tins were hard to get. That's another factor,
yeah,
you
and
know.
yeah,
Oh, he said
and
unlimited on first print. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You know.
and yeah, and Kyrie, but I 100% agree with you. I think that that price gap is insane, insane. Like, it's no reason why when I look up, like
Yeah.
for instance, I'll be honest. I was looking up. This is before I bought the Visitor Shard, right? I was looking at the Visitor, and I'm looking at I seen one. I'm like, okay, let's just give a number. Let's say 400, 500, right? And then I go to an Italy Shard, and it's $40. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's insane. Like
Yeah.
that's majorly different. Majorly
Which
different.
means that's where the opportunity is, right?
Exactly.
Like I was
Exactly.
saying this before, it's like it's a lot when the
Yeah.
USA shards were selling for thousands of dollars, but then like the Italy version was selling for like 100.
Yeah.
It was like, guys, the potential for the Italy is much higher than the US at this point. It'd
I,
be so much easier to double price for the Italy than it would for the USA. That's all. It's just a
yeah.
crazy price gap. I mean, collect what you like though. That's what we
Yeah.
got to say.
Cause like, like for instance, Kyrie said he can't rationalize buying the USA price. And
Hmm.
and I can get that from multiple different perspectives for sure. Like
Hmm.
I was, I've had a couple of those moments. Like, and like even when I lost when USPS lost my Lux, that's when reality hit me again. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Where it was like, yo, like I really have to make sense of this purchase because when you had a certain grade and you're trying to get that grade again, it's like so yeah, the price of USA compared to Italy and A, B, and C, it definitely plays a major factor.
And the other thing I want to bring up is that people maybe weren't there or they don't
That's what I'm
remember.
saying. Like the prices was insane.
Yeah, but the other thing, prices were insane, right? Cards were selling for 11K,
Mm-hmm.
and
Red
Black Knight
Knight.
sold for 50,000. But the Italy and USA shards, do you know how many people I had to explain which was which?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like 90% of the Facebook group. No one, I had to make a whole page on FortniteCards.com
Mm-hmm.
showing the difference between Italy and USA because people could not see it.
Yeah.
So this whole thing that like they're that different, I can see it. We all can see it now, but it's not that different, you know. So I mean, people couldn't tell the difference between them. I mean, they still can't
Yeah.
tell the difference between Optichrome
See,
and Hollow,
but
but
that and that see now that was easy to me.
yeah,
Like
it was easy to me too. But
that
there's a
was
lot. There's a lot
know
of
it
people that
was.
it wasn't.
It really was.
I was like, it's pretty obvious to me, but people couldn't see it. So it's like they can't be that different.
Yeah, like that's like I mean for sure. And I definitely think the opportunity is 100% there across the board, but definitely Italy is like dirt cheap is not even a word. It's not even a word. So yeah,
I'll definitely get a Midas Italy shard if it goes for like cheap because I
yeah,
don't have one yet.
yeah.
Um, I mean, same thing with Reloaded. I think Reloaded are cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they printed a shit ton of them, but in good grades, they're pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the prices have come down on so many cards. I was hoping that the Reloaded Midas would come down,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still around like 20,
Yeah.
17 to $20. It hasn't come down, so that's
Mac,
interesting.
Mac, I promise you, like the amount of messages I got, like, and then not even just messages. When I would buy, I would go on there, and somebody, like, for instance, it'd be like when I was buying Aura Optichromes, it would be a Aura Hollow, and they'll say it's an Optichrome, so I have to message them on eBay. I'm like, just so you know, this is a Hollow, this isn't an
It
Optichrome, or
happens in
vice
the
versa.
Facebook group
Yeah,
all the
like,
time too. It's
yeah, you have to
like
keep saying
I
it.
was like, you have to keep explaining how. So I had to do pictures on the show. If you look at the logo and you look at it definitely feels different. It's like, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know how to explain that one.
Lane said, Lane said,
Thoughts
what's
on
our thoughts
USA
yet?
mega prices? I mean, if the USA shard prices keep going down, they have to go down at
They
some
have to go
point.
down. Yeah,
You would think, unless they just hold them until they don't. I don't know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, how far down before people start buying them?
I think, which I couldn't believe I'm even saying this out my mouth, but it's if it goes like 650, then I think clean sweep.
You
Like,
think? I'm hoping.
yeah.
I was thinking mid like around like 400 or 500.
Oh, if it goes bro, I
That's when
couldn't
it gets
even.
clean. I'd start buying them.
I would lose my mind. Like that's like that would be crazy.
I don't know. I haven't looked for Series 3 Italy yet. Have
Yeah.
you on
Nah,
eBay?
I haven't.
I haven't looked yet.
I haven't. I haven't typed in the word series 3 in like a month.
Oh, really?
Because I just didn't. I haven't had to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the only thing that I don't have yet is the aura and the scientist. Other than that, I'm pretty good.
You said you'll buy a Mega when it reaches retail.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten them pretty dang close. I mean, retail is like $30 at Walmart,
Mhm.
and I've got
Mhm.
them for like 35.
Yeah, I've struck at Walmart when it comes to Series 3 mega boxes 3 times. That's about
I
that's
haven't
about
gotten anything actual retail, so
Oh,
I've had
for
to buy
real?
mine on
Oh
eBay. Yeah, I
yeah.
haven't seen any at all.
Yeah, I'm in Buffalo, New York. Went to Niagara Falls, cleaned easily.
Dang.
It was just sitting there. At least the places I went.
He said if it goes to 400 US Midas, I'm definitely buying you with. Yeah, I mean, I need to get a Midas at some point. I mean, I don't care if it gets 100 on the pop.
Wait, what is Midas at right now?
Price wise, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Me check. That's a good question. I don't know how to check.
Omar, yeah, that's crazy. Amazing. I wish, man.
Wait, what? That's crazy. I wish I had done that too. Let's see.
Yeah, Mac, it's been rough. It's been rough.
Let's see. Cracked ice. 2 days, 225. Let me do sold.
That's what I thought, Lane.
Someone accepted an offer at 570.
It's not bad.
Another offer at 575. I don't know what they offered. I didn't
The
check on
pop is
30.
30. What is it? 36 now.
A PSA 9 sold for $500. Midas. Looks like it's under 500 now. It looks like.
Yeah, Lane. I think the pop report for the Midas cracked ice is 36. We looked at it earlier. It's 36, right?
Yeah, I think I still have it up here.
Yeah.
So Midas cracked ice is 36. There's 23 tens. So they're getting tens pretty easily. Because if you
Yeah.
look at like Black Knight, it's like 9 and 8 or something like that. Where's Black Knight?
And that's crazy with how many has a roller mark.
So Black Knight Shard, where's Shard?
How
Shard.
many
It says
hollows
Shard.
do the Black Knight have right now? What is it? Where is it at?
Ooh. Who? Look at these grades here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's crazy, man. That tell you a lot. I'll say that much.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Black Knight Hollow Foil got wow 127. That's still super low.
Yeah, that's pretty
Only
low.
six, only 16 tens, 55 nines, 28. Whoa, 28 eights,
Eights,
four 8.5s.
only 16 tens. Sheesh.
Yeah, for sure, Omar.
Yeah, so I guess that means that Series 3 has better quality, right? Is that what we're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Because people were before were saying the quality went to shit, and I just think that's on several cards, but I think the overall
hmm
quality went up. That's pretty obvious.
Omar, that's crazy, right?
Even the base card, there's only
It's only
259. So base cards are really interesting for a Series 1.
two 266. Yeah.
Epics and legendaries are probably going for super cheap on eBay right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in like the way future, there's a lot of opportunity there.
For sure.
Because once the shards and hollows are out of price, you're gonna have to get a base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Black Knight Hollow,
127.
127.
Yep. Which is not bad. That's and I mean to only have 16 tens.
Yeah, I mean that's super low for grading. Like if we
Yeah.
can go and look at Pokemon again, right? At how many Charizard, Shadowless hollows there are. 123 is low. 1610s is super low.
Yeah. That's. I mean, that is. That is
Yeah,
super low.
it's the gem percentage that matters, right, Omar? And I mean, it's hard
Yeah. I mean,
for
it's. I mean, the level of chipping. Like I always said this, and I'm glad Kyrie is in here. The PMGs. That's what the Series One hollows remind me of, and even the shards. The chipping that you get straight out the pack, and
hmm
things like that is just that is just too similar to me. And we know what the PMGs do. Not comparing the market of it, but just the quality control for sure, Lane.
And I mean, we looked at Series 2 too, and what's Aura card dice at? Like 5 10s
Yep.
and then 9 8s. So I mean, freaking Series 3 was doing a lot better percentage wise.
Yep.
Who was it? Was it the Ice Queen? There's one that had some crazy numbers. I think it was Ice Queen. Let's see.
Yeah, because I think Ice Queen got graded a good amount, right?
Yeah, she did. Excuse my slow scrolling here. I don't. Man, where the hell's 8 Ball at? Chaos Agent only 5. Man, the PSA pop reports for Series 2 are so low.
Yeah. 8 Ball is yes, Kyrie. Marvel PMGs are just as bad. 147 is 8 Ball.
Yeah, I just saw 8 Ball. He only had like 5 or 4 or something like that.
Yo, in
Link
my
upgrade.
escape world, I'm glad you said that because that's what I wanted to. I think Series Two has after the past couple seasons, Series Two has changed to me a lot, and it was a couple in there that I did enjoy, but it's some hitters in Series Two. I'll say that.
Yeah, I guess I didn't give Series 2 as much credit as I should have, but so for the Ice King, there's 10 10s and 18 9s.
Mm.
So Series 3 is doing way better quality wise. This is Ice Queen.
Omar for sure.
So this is crazy. The Ice Queen, which I don't like the card personally, but there's only 2 10s out of 26.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, what percentage is that? There's only 2 PSA 10s out of 26.
And then two got an 8. My goodness,
That's a lot of nines. So,
that's interesting.
then again, is there that many people looking for a 10 in the Ice Queen? I don't know.
But that's crazy because the Ice Queen Hollow did the same thing.
Oh, yeah, it did.
The Optichrome did well, gem wise.
Ultimate Knight, Cracked Ice, 6 and 21.
Wow.
Yeah, PSA 10s were hard for Cracked Ice in Series 2.
Wow. That's crazy.
like across the board, PSA
That's
10s were hard in Series 2.
yo, no lie, that's changed a lot since the last time we looked. Last time we looked, it was crazy too, but that has jumped tremendously.
What, 2 out of 26?
Yeah, like it was because we looked at this before for that exact reason, and it was still a wide gap, but not as wide as it is right now.
Jason says, why do people look at PSA pop numbers but then sub their cards to other grading company? I don't know. People want cheaper cards, I guess. I mean, I use SGC. I look at both pop reports though. Um, I don't recommend using anything besides SGC, PSA, or BGS normally, and then not even BGS right now, really. But those other companies don't really keep your cards value that much, so I don't know why they compare them.
Yep, Kari, you hit that on the head. And Omar, I agree with you. Their Ice Queen hollows were pretty clean.
My skateboard said people are cheap. That's pretty much it. Yeah, probably.
Omar, great point. I mean, Kari, great point. I was just talking to Dylan about this offline, and I'm amazed. Now I re-looked at Series 2 checklist, and I'm like, yo, what the heck? Series 2 is actually even better than we thought, to the point where it's underrated now.
Yeah, Series 2. But, like I said, things are going to change, especially when the story comes out and we learn more about the story. We're going to miss some of this opportunity.
For sure.
That's why I said, like, people who have master sets have an advantage over someone like me because I know what to buy that's relevant now.
Yeah, and and the thing is like, that's what gives the aspect of, I guess you could say, spec. If you want to spec, you truly can now. Like with the storyline building this way, now you can spec on the sweat side and the try hard skins, and you can also do it on the storyline if that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, PSA, it does better price wise, Jason. Why would you sell with another company? Because of customer service and the way, like, I use SGC because I like how the slabs look. Wait, let me show you. Like, I like how the slabs look, and I like the customer service, and I actually got my cards back in time. But yeah, PSA is the gold standard. I have those too, and it gets the most for your cards.
Yeah. Great point, Kari. Yeah.
Yeah, and like SGC is not the cheapest either. You still have to pay $30 to grade your
Yeah,
card.
it's not like it's not chump change. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
there's
Like it's still
grading companies out there that
yeah.
charge you like 10, and that's why people are cheap. They go to those. I mean, I just like SGC, but
Yeah.
those other ones. I mean, people like pop reports. I guess to try to see what's rare.
Yeah.
Maybe, I guess, I don't know. I don't think people who use other grading companies even look at PSA.
I will say this. Let me say something real quick when it comes to I don't want to go too off of this because I know it's a PSA conversation or grading conversation. I laugh at the comic book world. Like CGC did this like small thing. Like so they took off where like they do like a pretty much it's like equivalent to like a subgrade type thing, like where it's like they explain why this error is like, so they'll say like the book, the cover is separate from the book. And CGC took that away, and people were like, were like in uproar. They were complaining. I'm like, do you understand what we go through in the card market compared to that little minor thing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, we get price jumps like every other day almost.
Omar said with SGC price 30 USD, you can still buy some Series 3 shards. That's true. Don't be mentioning my cards though.
Omar know what's up.
He had great notes. I love SGC, but everyone knows that. So, but
Yeah.
I did buy that. I don't already know it. I missed
CGC. I don't know if I said that. I can't remember what I said.
You said CGC.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I did see like a smear campaign by CBCS.
Yeah.
And they said something to the effects of like, "Don't worry, we include all the details for our
they did.
investors."
So they're pretty much doing what SGC did when PSA had to close down. So it's funny seeing that happen in the comic market too.
Trying to think if I had anything else in here. No. All right, well, that's all I had. I think trading card companies should add greater notes to the series. Yeah, I mean, but they can barely keep up with the demand as it is.
Yeah.
So I doubt they'll put any kind of grader notes on there. All right, guys, I think we're gonna have to wrap it up. It's 12:20. We appreciate you guys coming out and talking with us. If you haven't yet, please tell your friends or your Fortnite peeps. Like,
Yeah.
subscribe, hit that bell so you get notifications. Rob has posted some videos this past week about the comics. So if you haven't read them or you want to know more about what to look
Yeah.
for, check out those videos. And we'll see you guys next time.
Got some things coming. So have a good one, y'all.
See ya.